So, was he really just doing all this because his ego couldn't accept the fact that he got fired from his dream job after only 3 weeks at...
Yes. That's exactly what it is. I'm trying to tell you. And so the plot does thicken. Mr.Beast drama. Did you miss me? I ain't gonna lie. Y'all, Soggy Cereal has dropped a very, very interesting video. The truth about Mr.Beast and DogPack404. Two individuals that have been going at it, you could say, for the last couple of months with various controversies, both on each side looking pretty bad. So, Soggy Cereal decided we're going to clear the whole beef. We're going to start stirring the pot. We're going to get to the meat and potatoes.
It's
been a long time coming.
Let's go.
And even when we watching this currently, Mr.Beast apparently has dropped an interview, so everything's coming to light for
James, can't wait.
But I'm sure y'all see some of the clips that I put in the beginning. So let's hop right into it. Alright, y'all. Again, we have the truth about Mr.Beast and DogPack404 by Soggy Cereal.
Thank you, Soggy Cereal. Thank you.
I've heard that this video got a little emotion, man. This video got a couple.
Let's see, what he at with it?
937,000
Ooh,
views.
you almost had a million.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like overall this video probably get up to like 3 million views, probably somewhere around there.
Thank you. It's about time. Let's go.
And I ain't gonna lie.
17,000 comments.
Heads
Wow.
were saying this video was pretty good, covering the line of some Johns, but there still might be some holes even in Soggy Cereal's argument, so we're gonna be looking out for that. But yeah, without further ado, y'all,
I'll be taking my notes.
Let's do it, baby.
Taking my notes.
Yes. You're pushing back on everything that we're saying. So
well, because you're trying to fire me, and I want to work at this company.
I'm the CEO of this company. If I'm talking, don't interrupt.
And I've been trying to get to this point of working on Mr.Beast for a long time. Can I please have a second chance?
You were the manager of Dawson, or DogPack404. I was the manager of DogPack404 for the time being. If you had to describe the working conditions when Dawson was working with you in ideation with one word, what word would it be?
I would say it was depressing.
The war crime stuff, that was a joke. Why did you make that joke? Actively right now, by the videos that Dawson is making, he is actively hurting the philanthropy that is helping thousands and millions of lives.
When we
Oh, so you want to cheaply manipulate people by imitating Content Cop? I'll show you imitating Content Cop.
What we do here is go back.
So far, the editing on the video
Yes.
is good. I ain't gonna cap.
Oh my gosh.
Fuck.
Oh my gosh. Where's the switch on? Okay. Okay. Oh wow. Wow. I didn't even...
Who is the real criminal? DogPack, Mr.Beast.
This is very interesting.
Looking crazy already.
Hey my bowl of cereal, as most of you have probably guessed by now, this video won't just be about this alleged fraudulent and manipulative asshole, it'll also be about this confirmed fraudulent and manipulative asshole. DogPack404, also known as
Man, lies. And that's so crazy too, because we kept saying
fraudulent and manipulative asshole.
Like, bro, the first video, not that bad. I mean, it definitely had a ton of holes, but not that bad. Second video, it was decent. Third video was terrible. It was bad.
Yeah.
He literally made false allegations and all that, bro. We already knew this was gonna be looking terrible.
This is crazy.
04, also known as Dawson French, and his victims of manipulation. And for the people who have
So I've had to cover this video a little bit earlier, y'all, because all the information dropped in this joint. We wanted to refresh, make sure we up to date on everything that was going on. And a lot of people were calling that part out, saying like that
DogPack404, also known as Dawson French, and his victims of manipulation.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying like, yo, these two were not manipulated, especially this idiot. I ain't gonna lie, bro. This fool is definitely not manipulated, bro. Jake, he's just hypocritical and stupid. Rosanna, bro, we already know what Rosanna's on, bro. She probably making another video on Mr.Beast right now.
What?
On
his interview or whatever his video he just did. Yeah, she's making a video on that video
Especially
on that
with
video.
the video that she had made with Dawson talking about that, like that thing with Ava Chris Tyson in the Slack group chat with the fake alleged cheese pizza. I'm like, bro, y'all boys are done for. Like, I'm
manipulation. For the people who have not been exposed to his propaganda yet, DogPack404 or Dawson French is an ex-Mr.Beast employee who worked there for about 3 weeks, and after being fired, made or worked on videos filled with lies about Mr.Beast. And I became suspicious of DogPack404 after he called me overdramatic for not wanting to spread serious accusations with unsubstantiated and easily refutable evidence.
Word? Personally, I find Mr. Beast and Death more intriguing, yeah, but while uncertain, irrefutable, and specific proof right now, this could put me in legal and financial trouble on my entire channel. Playing the kind of person I would call me overdramatic. Hey, I enjoy your content. I don't want to screw over with this, which I'm bringing up front. I think you're being overdramatic. And where did that overdramaticism get you, Dawson? Where did it get you?
For not wanting to spread serious accusations with unsubstantiated and easily refutable evidence. As well as because he tried to silence me with threats of slander after I started suspecting him of lying. So in this video, I will be debunking close to...
Let me see, this going kind of fast. Let me see what the normal speed working with. Hold on.
Every accusation he and the people he manipulated have made. But Soggy, are you going to glaze the Mr.Beast, Soggy? Are you going to decry the largely owning, alleged intentionally registered sex offender hiring Mr.Beast, Soggy? No. See, I think we can all agree that Lunchley kinda cringe.
Kinda? Oh, tough. Lunchley,
I like the fart sound.
Lunchley, kinda cringe.
Yeah, because you're gonna be you use the bathroom after you eat it. I like the fart sound. I can't.
These
Stop.
fools.
Stop it. Come on. I can't.
Stop.
All I see
Well,
is
KSI collab, kinda, that's a yikes out of 10, okay? And the fucking mold situation, that is disgustingly messed up.
I like my
cheese. I'm never
cheese.
eating that shit in my life. But that doesn't mean that just because this spiteful, vengeful ghoul accuses Mr.Beast of intentionally hiring a registered sex offender, that he actually did. Yeah, let's talk about the lies spun by DogPack and Jake Weddle.
Okay, we're getting the video is set up in timestamps, y'all, so I ain't gonna lie, we gonna probably just set it up, you know what I'm saying? Give our little opinions, and then we gonna see what it is. So, as far as we were concerned on Delaware, when the main thing was going on, Delaware is confirmed a registered sex offender. His brother-in-law being Jake the Viking, we can't believe nothing he's saying. He was virtue signaling about the whole Mr. Beast situation early. None of the Jones he said was facts, and he was just spinning his own narrative. So we already got him out of there. Delaware, no matter the situation, has been confirmed a registered sex offender, and no matter what the situation was, Delaware should not have been hired. But there's context to how Delaware did get hired, and as far as we were concerned, like, they just hired Delaware. They sat down. Jimmy and his mom Sue or whatever sat down, and they knew that he was an RSO. So that's officially what we were supposed to be knowing. But that was a take that came from Jake the Viking. So that's pretty much not true. So we want to get clarification on this. So we about to get into it. Let's do it.
That Mr.Beast knowingly hired a registered sex offender, and while working at the company would refer to him by covert codename Delaware because of the crimes he committed there, and as a result is not allowed to go back into the state of Delaware. And that Mr.Beast higher-ups are using that nickname because they enjoy messed up insider jokes like that.
When I was there, they called him Delaware. He's like, why do you call him Delaware? I didn't know. Apparently, they called him Delaware because he's not allowed to go back to Delaware. That's his nickname?
Yeah, that's messed up.
Like, you know,
should have been something else.
Delaware.
Pennsylvania.
I'm trying to keep in mind, we taking a word of a dude wearing a www.poop.org shirt. I want y'all to keep that in mind.
You know that he knew, and because he'll be in videos, and whenever he is, he's wearing a mask.
Which, just saying that out loud makes it sound like a contrived side plot in a badly written Netflix series, since state banishments are extremely rare. Most recent one I found was a 1-year Kentucky banishment in...
And that was just a stupid John in itself, bro. Like, you could definitely tell when you watch the second DogPack video, like, that was just some stupid water cooler talk BS, bro. Like, because, son, if you're banned from a state, wouldn't that just be on your record? And if the last time a state banishment really, like, officially happened was in 2000, like, bro, that just makes sense. Like, how are they gonna ban you from the whole state? Like, I know that can happen.
So
but, like,
he can't go back, but he can go back.
Yes, of course he can go back to Delaware. The nickname was just, like,
how are they even gonna know if he's there now, anyway?
We just want to know why exactly, like how did he get hired?
In the year 2000. Luckily, the real story is much more boring. See, according to a Anonymous MrBeast employee Dustin Harris, who has been working at MrBeast for about 6 years and went rogue because he couldn't stand Jimmy not responding to all of the misinformation being spread about not just Jimmy.
One person he used as evidence, like DogPack, was that one lady streamer that where she even confirmed that the evidence she had wasn't like confirmed, and then that's how DogPack ended up giving James Warren them false allegations. Like, bro, all of his people were anonymous, and I remember when we watched it, like all his videos, we kept saying that, like, yo, bro, there's no name associated with this, so this could just be some he said, she said. But like, bro, he already got in-person bulls, bro. Like, and I know that could be like looked at as a bias, but that's just crazy, bro. Like,
or the MrBeast company, but also about his own friends and colleagues.
Energies.
Well, he explained that Delaware was once a store manager at Jimmy's local Best Buy, which, for the people who... he explained that Delaware was...
As far as Delaware goes, he was just a local Best Buy manager Jimmy found. The company was growing quickly. It was just Jimmy and 2 or 3 friends, so he
which I believe that.
And hired like 3 people. One of them was named Delaware. Best Buy called him that. We didn't make it up, and he ran the store. As y'all seen, we probably gonna see more of the clips. You saw Delaware with the blue shirt on in Best Buy. I guess Jimmy figured if Best Buy thought he was good enough to manage a giant store, then he's probably good enough to run a YouTube channel, which was dumb. But Jimmy was like 18 at the time, so that's not surprising. We do background checks now and have super in-depth hiring process. People tend to think of a giant company we are now when they hear that story, but it wasn't a 300-person company. Then it was like 5 guys buying a car with pennies on the weekend.
I already told you, because Johnny was running the books, remember?
Because I remember that inside joke. Yeah, that was funny. We kept
Johnny's
saying,
running the books. If you gotta run it, we moving fast.
Yeah, somebody in there gotta be hitting the job.
We just was at Best Buy. We just bought a PlayStation.
Johnny was like 13, but we got put him on accounting. Like, we gonna push it out.
We just finished going in there and buying a PlayStation. You know what? It was 3 guys in there. Let's grab the manager and the supervisor and whoever else. They might help us. They're in the electronic department.
I would just want to give my opinion on this really quickly because I don't want to turn this crazy into a yap session. I know how I get into it because I kept all the information summarized. My opinion on this is that this situation right here by this person named Dustin Harris, which I'm like we're gonna see an interview on this bull like later in the video, so because we already seen that clip. But yeah, my opinion on this is that this situation is way more realistic than like Jake the Vikings John, which again we already prefaced we don't believe nothing that he said. Where like, bro, if me and mom is perfect in this situation because it was Jimmy and his mom and Jake's so-called situation. If me and mom look down and we're hiring like an editor or somebody for mom intro, right? And the bull tells me and looks me in my face that he's a registered sex offender. Yeah, bro, you may have changed, but I'm sorry that's left. We can't hire you, boss. We gonna see you later. Though. Like it's all good at health. Not really though, cause you a nasty.
Yeah, but we're not going to the Best Buy, Walmart, Acme, Target, whatever. And just getting the first 3 people and say, come on.
And that's what I want to really get into. Jimmy still has made mistakes, but this situation is a lot more real comparison to what Jake the Viking was saying. So I could see how this would be way more truthful.
Once a store manager at Jimmy's local Best Buy, which, for the people who don't know, Best Buy is a $20 billion valued electronics retailer company with stores all over the US. I mean that when Jimmy was 19 and first started blowing up on YouTube, Jimmy realized he needed employees to improve his content. So, as a dumbass, impulsive 19-year-old randomly thrown into fame, he went to his local Best Buy and asked its employees if they wanted to work for him. Into fame, he went to his local Best Buy and asked
Delaware, no mask.
Right.
Its employees if they...
Which I think is still
that
weird.
Dustin?
No, this is Dustin right here. Dustin is a whole different bull. You're going to see him later in the video because we saw the interview clip with him earlier. But, yeah, I just find that, one, crazy that DogPack was saying that there's no videos of him without a mask on. And I was saying, like, yeah, it didn't look like there was that many either. And then later there was revealed that there was a bunch of videos of him without a mask on, especially this one right here. But like, yo, it's still crazy. It still does bring up the question on why Delaware was wearing a mask in that one video specifically, though. Like, it does make it curious. And you could say like he was just wearing one because obviously there was videos of him without one on, you know, and all that. But it's still kind of weird, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I question it.
They wanted to work for it. Naively thinking that a multi-billion-dollar company would have at least made sure to not hire criminals and especially to not hire a registered sex offender as store manager. 19-year-old MrBeast didn't do background checks. Was that stupid?
Yeah.
Yes. Is Delaware a piece of shit? Yes. Should Jimmy take responsibility for making that mistake? Yes. But it wasn't this fucked up master plan by Jimmy to intentionally hire an RSO. It was a dumb mistake by an inexperienced adolescent starting up a business. And you don't need to take mine or Dustin's word for it. If someone did but a shred of research, you'd find this still publicly available, almost 7-year-old video on the MrBeast channel, where you can see Delaware as the Best Buy store manager.
My question is like, yo, so Dawson basically definitely intentionally manipulated like the editing of his videos, because where like, yo, if this clip is out there, Dawson, what was stopping you from finding this, bro? Apparently you had inside sources and all that, as he was saying. I was feeding him clips and stuff like that, and
they ain't feed him this one.
They ain't feed him this, so you couldn't find this, especially if this is publicly available. And like, it shows the manipulation of Dawson to his audience. I still don't think he manipulated Roseanne and Jake. They're just stupid, and they got a clear bias against MrBeast. Like, that's just obvious.
So his real name is Delaware.
I don't think his real name actually is Delaware.
So he actually was in the store and had his nickname.
They just embroidered the nickname on his shirt,
wow,
is what we're assuming in this situation.
Before he was hired at MrBeast. And guess what nickname was embroidered on his Best Buy uniform?
Answer my question.
Delaware. Wow. Well, that was hard investigative research.
They called him Delaware because he's not allowed to go back to Delaware. You know that he knew, and because he'll be in videos, and whenever he is, he's wearing a mask. And whenever he is, he's wearing a mask. He's wearing a mask.
And for the people thinking that he still works at MrBeast, no, he was fired over half a decade ago. Now, Dogpack, before you say something along the lines of, what about the recording we showed from a real MrBeast employee talking about Delaware? Do you really want me to go into detail about how you and your cronies tricked an employee into saying what you wanted him to say to support your lies, and then you guys recording him and using that recording without his consent? Okay. Hi, Garrett.
Sheesh. So what we was like, just like we would just hide in the phone call recordings. We would just be in covert. Bro thought this was bro thought we was in Spy Kids. Bro had a spy watch next to the phone. He was like, "Alright, where are we gonna really get into it though?" Yeah. So intentionally getting someone to like spill certain beans or spill certain narratives, bro, and recording them unconsensually. I could see where that could happen. But then again, like, how do we know? It's just the question. Not that I'm saying like, yo, how do we believe Soggy? But then it's just still like, it still would be on he said she said no matter what for this John. But I mean, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? Evidence. You know, evidence is more credible than other evidence.
Can you tell me a bit about how long you worked at MrBeast?
I was at MrBeast from around 2017 to 2021.
So you've worked there for 5 years and could be seen as a credible ex-employee.
Yep.
You're the person who we can hear talk about Delaware in the recording Dawson or DogPack404 shows in his video. Can you tell me a bit about how that happened?
Yeah. It was not to my knowledge that I was being recorded at all. You know, I have a friend who, you know, I worked with plenty of times outside of MrBeast. Just thought it was just like a normal call, just checking up on him checking up on me. And, you know, when two people speak about old places, you know, there's drama, there's gossip, there's catching up, there's, you know, et cetera, whatever. And then the next thing you know, 2 weeks later, DogPack releases like a 12 million view video where, you know, I just have a really crappy voice changer over my voice. And if you know me, like, you know it's me.
So was the entire call basically
I feel like that might be a little bit arguable. I mean, because when you look at when you hear the voice recording, obviously, you know what I'm saying, like back a little bit, it does seem like obviously we don't know him, so I mean, we wouldn't be able to clarify his voice as close to this. But I mean, it doesn't seem like it would be that clarifiable to know directly who it is. But even still, like, I do believe the fact that he's here showing his face on camera, he does identify himself as the person that he is, especially the person in the video. So it's like, bro, DogPack, why did you unconsensually record him? Like, were you trying to push a certain narrative and you didn't want him to talk about certain information, or you just wanted certain information out of him? Like, these are the questions we want to ask now. It's like, it's clearly showing a manipulative bias that, like, you know what I'm saying, DogPack has against its audience. But I don't know. At the same time, if we're looking at this from DogPack's side, it's like you really want to push and get information from all the people because you're trying to expose Mr. Beast because you think he's doing something bad. But then again, he's doing something bad just from your viewpoint and obviously going against his own bias. So I don't know. It's really questionable with this whole situation. I'm telling you.
Rumors you were talking about with a friend?
Yeah, it's just a friend. We're just shooting the shit, and we're just gossiping a lot, catching up on the current drama. Like it's just it is nothing crazy. Like
nothing you said had any actual facts behind it, as they try to construe in their video.
No, I don't. I don't think any of the stuff that we were talking about really had any facts or like evidence. It was just water cooler talk.
Would you say them using the call recording unconsensually in their video has damaged you or your life in any way?
Yeah. Unfortunately, to say that it hasn't hurt me financially would be just a lie. Mentally.
Yeah, I would assume like they probably identified somehow, some way that it was him on the recording. Thus, he be feeding information or
from
like
that
breaking an NDA.
investigation?
No. From the standpoint of him having an NDA working at Mr. Beast.
Right.
Because if he leaked information in DogPack, you'd be breaking your NDA. You're sharing company secrets. Therefore, he probably may have got fired or something may have happened. He may have got a pay cut. So he may have got some sort of like discipline or whatever, which would again affect you financially. Because if you lost your job, your income just went poof. Or if you took a pay cut or something happened like that, or a suspension and you lost hours, that would again affect you financially. So I could imagine that would happen.
It's hurt me as well. I mean, I was manic and crazy for about a month and a half trying to just watch relationships like fall through my fingers. I lost someone that like was pretty close to me as well. It just wasn't a good scene. So financially and mentally, it really messed me up.
Do you feel in any way?
I mean, I could also argue that like that what he was going through technically has nothing to do with the situation, but obviously, as crazy as Trill is, bro, I do got some level of sympathy in my heart, so I can understand what people are going through, and that may affect your mental and may affect how you choose to go about certain actions, you know what I mean? But still, though, I mean, like, it still just falls back to he's saying that the stuff that they discussed on that call that they used evidence for was not even factual. Nothing is facts and nothing is based on facts. So, DogPack, I'm still looking back at you as like, yo, you were saying he said, she said, or I got this from here, but you were making these crazy allegations. It's looking bad on your part, bro. It's looking like you ain't got no facts at all.
Way like tricked, deceived, or used?
I mean, yeah. To say that I felt tricked or used is an understatement. Like, they knowingly came and did this. I had like 3 or 4 contacts call me the night that it dropped, and I was watching the whole video trying to figure out like what they were talking about. And when it got to that recording, my stomach just like sank.
All because of a call that they unconsensually recorded, which you clarified was basically rumors and gossip.
Yeah. I didn't want to be involved with, didn't even know what was going on, that, I was just thrown into unconsensually. And yeah, you said it, man. It threw a pretty big wall up in the progress of my life. And I didn't feel like that was needed, and pretty upset.
But then what about Jake the Viking's tweet about Jimmy's mom literally?
BS. We know this is not BS. But if Sue really was like HR in it, John, that was still dumb. I'm still like, if she was HR at any point, bro, that's just dumb. Obviously, you shouldn't do that.
Allowing her then barely of age son to knowingly be in contact with and hire a pedophile. First of all, have you thought about just how...
I don't think Jimmy or his mom knew when they hired. I really don't think Sue would knowingly let Jimmy hire a registered sex offender when he was barely 18. Vikings said Vikings said they knew, but even Weddle has a problem with what he says, so I don't know how valid that is. And that's coming from someone who worked at
hopefully as a mom, directly. Wise. If she would have known, she wouldn't have did it.
And that's the point I made earlier. Like, what mother is gonna let their kid knowingly hire a registered sex offender, someone who is known to literally diddler children, bro? Like, bro, what? No, bro. This fool is not being associated, not being around here. This is just bad looks on every front. This is a bad This is definitively a bad optic. Like, no matter, a lot of people are saying, oh man, he might have hired Delaware, because if you hire felons, you get a tax break. Okay, if that were true, why would you hire the diddler and not like a bull who just committed robbery or something? Like, because they're both felonies, but one is completely different in terms of an aspect of vibe and crime than another. So that was dumb. But yeah, this makes the most sense. This would make the most sense in my head, because like no one with at least 2 brain cells is hiring a sex offender, bro. That's not happening.
Fucking absurd that sounds. And second, Jake the Viking is a shitty person and untrustworthy. Even DogPack's friends agree on that.
Viking is not a good guy, and that's just an opinion based on his actions in my eyeballs.
Wow, DogPack and Jake Weddle falsely implying Mr.Beast intentionally hired a registered sex offender and created a nickname to joke about it within the company to then try back up their baseless claims by tricking an employee and recording him without consent? That's pretty messed up, Soggy. Yahoo! That'd be as shameless as falsely accusing someone of committing war crimes against the Geneva Convention in a consented to solitary confinement challenge where you'd earn.
So freaking stupid. The Jake Weddle situation is gonna have me so heated. Y'all should have seen the videos we made on this, bro. Please go watch those old vids, bro. Yeah, this was just dumb. Like, bro, because the thing I always fall back to with Jake was like, bro, you're a grown man. No one was forcing you physically to stay there. They couldn't do that. You know how bad this would really, really look on the whole situation abroad, bro? You could have left. And you would have left with $110,000. I don't understand. They didn't break any war crimes because you are not a prisoner of war. This is a challenge that you willingly signed up for. The whole situation was dumb. I freaking hated this, bro. He's a hypocritical loser and a snake.
Earn $10,000 a day and can quit whenever you want and still keep the accumulated prize money up until that point. During a time where we have multiple countries actively at war in the world with millions of people suffering because of it. Oh, wait.
And I go up to my friend, my good friend. He goes, "What? That's a war crime. We're not allowed to do that to terrorists." Oh!
Yo, I hate it because, he was crying crocodile tears and everything during this vid. That John had me so freaking mad. Oh my God, I was mad.
He doesn't even know if he's sarcastic.
24 hours breaking the Geneva Convention, I guess, is what we're doing.
Yo, this comment.
You know what?
Is
Let's
so
ask
trash.
Dustin about that, because ironically enough, Dustin is the good friend of Jake Weddle who made those war crime comments. And I can prove it with Jake Weddle's own words.
One of my dear friends who I believe I lost is the same guy who did the war crime joke, which turned out to not be a joke. He got injured at Mr.Beast, and that's because of Viking. On that shoot, everybody else had to stay behind and clean up. And Viking said, fuck that, let's just throw all of this over the side of the mountain, like littering in a national park. And my good dear friend, who I kept saying was one of the good people over there, said, you're not going to do that. I'm not going to let you do that. And Viking said, watch me. And he did it. But my friend gathered up all the stuff he could to make sure there was just that much less litter. And that's a really good thing to do. He carried everything he could down the mountain, and he broke his ankle. They said, yeah, you were carrying too much stuff, right? Yes, he was. Because that guy's a saint.
And blame me for our friend Dustin. I'll use names, unlike you. Our friend Dustin falling and breaking his leg. Or not his leg, his ankle. I'm sorry, falling and breaking his ankle.
Now, why would someone who Jake Weddle himself, who is clearly against MrBeast, describes as one of the best people he has ever known, who literally broke his ankle trying to prevent littering, and in Jake's own words, is a saint?
Because that guy's a saint.
Go rogue to try and correct defamatory statements made against Jimmy if Jimmy committed war crimes.
Exactly, and that's what you really got to take into account, bro. Because, bro, then think about it. He's an employee. He's associated with the company, bro. If Jimmy were to actually commit crimes that went against the Geneva Convention, which can't because Jake was not a prisoner of war, he was a person participating in a MrBeast challenge. He didn't want to. I want you to keep in mind, he's talking about war crimes. He didn't want to do a Rubik's Cube. He didn't want to do a Rubik's Cube. And I don't want to either. And I really like Rubik's Cubes because I can't solve one.
Wasn't it the treadmill too?
That was a marathon thing. The main thing was the marathon. But I'm just like, obviously, I'm just using for example. Because one of the challenges was a Rubik's Cube versus, okay, now they're saying they're committing war crimes with other Johns. Like, clearly, they shouldn't have made him run all them, the 10-mile marathon, or however long it was, 10-kilometer marathon, I think it was, on the John. They shouldn't have had him do that because obviously he could get injured if he's not prepped for that. We already acknowledged all that. But he's taking it to accounts where it's like, nah. People that are committed war crimes against are like physically and mentally affected for their whole freaking lives. Jake, you are fine to this day. making videos in the comments talking about none of this versus cheese, in the comments talking about, yo, bro, I'm excited, this video got us monetized. Bro, nobody committed war crimes against you, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, that John just pissed me off. I can't hate that John.
Crime stuff was 100% a joke. I'm now a producer, but I was originally hired as comedy writer with Jake Weddle, so I just wanted to cheer him up with a dumb and edgy joke. Oh,
you're cooked, bud.
So it was a joke. Dustin actually did say the war crime stuff as a joke. Okay, that makes sense. Because in a follow-up video of Jake Weddle's and DogPack's interview, Jake Weddle seems to slip up, saying it was a joke.
The same guy who did the war crime joke.
Before quickly correcting himself.
Which turned out to not be a joke.
And his videos are pretty unedited, so he might have just accidentally let it slip through the cracks. And just to be clear, I'll show the clip of DogPack's 13 million viewed video again, in which Jake and DogPack clearly insinuated it wasn't a joke.
And I go up to my friend, my good friend. And I go, they're not turning the lights off. He goes, what? That's a war crime. We're not allowed to do that to terrorists.
As definition of war crimes of violence to manipulate the viewer, even though definitionally to disprove their own accusation, Jake Weddle wasn't a detainee, exactly.
Oh good. 24 hours breaking the Geneva Convention, I guess, is what we're doing.
It's a really big allegation to say that, like, Mr.Beast took away your agency and, in a sense, kind of like forced you into doing this.
Exactly.
But
I agree. That is very serious.
Shout
That's
out
why
Lyrics, man. We never really got into it, but we were supposed to watch Lyrics back when these like interviews with Jake Weddle were like originally happening. But I was like, bro, these shows not even worth it, bro. I can't keep listening to Jake Weddle because I'm telling you, after that one video we watched with the when he used a fake Mr.Beast AI, which I'm pretty sure probably will be mentioned in this video again because. You know, that was something crazy that happened. Like, bro, I just couldn't take him serious, bro. Like, this fool clearly was clout farming this Mr.Beast hate Joan for more cheese. And then Mr.Beast offered him the whole cheese for the rest of the contest because it was supposed to be for a month, even though it was however long you could last per day or whatever. But besides that.
So did he really get the money?
He was offering him the rest of the 190.
Yeah.
And remember, he took the 50K because he was like, "Oh, I just need this to pay."
So that was real.
And we're even. Yeah, no, that all happened.
Okay.
Yeah, I was so freaking stupid, bro. Like, he's just so dumb. Like,
I alleged it. That's why I alleged it.
And the viewers clearly.
Wait.
I agree. That is very serious. That's why I alleged it. That's why.
Yeah, for those who are not well versed in law, this is complete BS. The guy was voluntarily participating in a challenge, had the freedom to leave at any time he wanted. He did, and he eventually did. He did. That is not remotely close to being a war crime, not even. Prisoners of war are not able to leave their living conditions, are not voluntary, self-imposed, exactly. It's not that they show definition of war crime in this video, too. Those were comprehensive issues. You need to read the last line definition, specifically of detainees. He was not a detainee. He got paid for it. He literally did.
Why I alleged it.
And the viewers clearly didn't think it was a joke either. But just as I will rip into Jimmy later in this video, I'll also investigate Jake Weddle's story in more detail later in this video. Because in between him falsely accusing Jimmy of intentionally hiring an RSO and comparing himself consensually agreeing to doing a challenge for $10,000 a day, being allowed to leave whenever he wants, to rape victims and victims of war crimes, even though he knew that was a joke.
The same guy who did the war crime joke.
As well as spreading fake AI-generated incriminating voice recordings of Mr.Beast.
What are our options? Is this legally considered defamation? Because I was much struggling here. Can somebody tell me what my options are here? Because we were supposed to launch the voice today. Jake knows what he wants. Jake knows what he thinks he needs.
I caught Jimmy in a secret recording. I hope he shows it I'm telling you, in the description of this specific video. I guarantee you guys, I remember I kept putting this out. It's going to say something around the lines of, in edit, yo, this video got the page monetized. Woohoo! Meanwhile, he kept pushing throughout this whole entire drama that none of this was for money. It was all about getting the awareness out there that Mr.Beast is a bad person.
Yeah,
it was not for money. Like, bro, he's such a weasel, bro. I swear, I hate that guy. Like,
he has no idea how much fucking money I spent on that video to subscribe it. Jake, I really Jake's the problem. I think it's positive. He really pushed.
That's right. I got that sent to me, and you know what? That was AI.
Maybe say that before playing the recording because you worked at Mr.Beast and you know how people will just watch the recording and then click off of the video without ever hearing your disclaimer that it
Nah, and let's look at this too. You know how it says right here, most replayed? This is like the part that most people, when they clicked on the video, went back to watch. So if the only part of this that they watch is what he's explaining is this, then you could immediately just got misinformation. Like, why did he do this?
Watch the recording and then click off of the video without ever hearing your disclaimer that it was AI generated. Oh, but then you wouldn't get as much money from views because this AI generated disinformation.
I'm trying to tell you, bro, I was on the back of my hand with the Jake Weddle lore, bro. I was on the back of my hand, bro, because I thought that was the most hypocritical joint ever, bro. Why do you care about getting monetized when none of this was for money?
Video is the one that got your channel monetized.
That's my brand, is being honest and crying a lot.
And then after making those slanderous claims, accepts another $50,000 from Jimmy with no strings attached.
He took 50K of the 190K offer. This is what I was talking about too, man. Like, yo, I knew Jake Weddle's part of this situation so well because he was just the one out of this whole John that was pissing me off the most. Like, he was definitively like the Mr.Beast hater virtue signaler of the squad, bro. Like him, Rosanna, and DogPack, like he was the virtue signaler, bro. I was really ready to get him out of here, bro. I was like, nah, bro, we gonna debunk it, John. But yeah, he took 50K out to 190K from Jimmy, feeling bad for Weddle, even though Weddle slandered him. He stayed for 11 days, which would got him 110K, the challenge. So now he got a total of 160K. And it was dumb. He could have got the whole John, whole 300 bands, but was like, nah, cause he wanted to look good or rectify his John. Bro, you still took cheese anyway. Your whole argument is disproved. Like,
there's a lot more to be said about him.
That's my brand, is being honest and crying a lot.
And about how DogPack manipulated him. But let's first continue with all of the lies and manipulation of DogPack404.
The truth doesn't mind being questioned. A lie doesn't like to be challenged. It's good quotes right here.
Now, for the visual learners watching, you'll see that I have behind me a wall. And this wall features most of DogPack404's accusations. And I say most because at this point there are just so many that I might have forgotten a few. And every time I disprove one of his accusations, it'll be crossed through with red marker.
Okay,
every time I prove one to be uncertain, I'll add a blue question mark to it.
Okay.
And every time an accusation DogPack made is true, I'll add a green check mark to it. And I know that you and I and everyone else wants to know about the illegal lotteries. Did Mr.Beast really commit 3 malicious and predatory illegal lotteries as get-rich-quick scheme? Well, I will talk about them throughout my video in between all of the other accusations, starting right now with the alleged illegal lottery number 3 claim of DogPack404. Or should I say doctoring up evidence to make more convincing claims you knew to be untrue. Pack404. Yeah, Dawson, I'm the first one who noticed. See, for the third illegal lottery, by sure to be in a video live stream, DogPack claims they only informed people on the website that no purchase was necessary. But did you read the description? You know, the description which I got via
private YouTube videos still have their metadata saved.
The Wayback Machine, where it literally says free entry available on site. Oh, but wait, you never actually found the description of that video, did you? You just made it look that way by doctoring up this fake YouTube UI. So you'd be more...
Oh yeah, he's done. Oh yeah, he's done. You know what that means? So basically, UI is called a user interface. Basically, when you use your phone, that's why your phone has like a UI. The Apple is called Apple iOS. So you look at your phone. So y'all all know. Y'all look at your phone. This is the user interface of your phone, the Apple John. So YouTube, when you look at a video, y'all see it. Hold on. A video should have like rounded corners. Y'all see on the sides of the screen like this, how the corners are rounded? This video doesn't have rounded corners. You see the video behind Soggy Cereal? And you see how like the date and all that is down over here, like under the John? But the date is actually not directly under this with the John because the description is in a box. You see this right here?
Okay, I see
it. So he
it.
completely faked the description and all that, hiding and basically manipulating the viewers to not be able to see what's actually going on. So he's hiding where the description was at.
Okay, so you can't even read the description.
Yeah, so if you saw the description, you would know that this lottery wasn't illegal. Is basically what's he's explaining. And also for y'all in the audience that may not be following. So you're done for. Dawson, I gotta treat you like Johnny Somali now. Yo, Dawson.
Not really.
Was it worth it, Dawson?
Why, is he in trouble?
He's cooked. He getting the defamation lawsuit of all time.
Oh.
He's done for.
Okay.
Yo, if Mr. Beast don't sue him, I genuinely would be tight, bro. Because
Okay.
if you're about to be getting misinformed like this, he said that this was a legitimate crime that broke a John, bro. This is not even a crime at all.
Okay.
He's done for it.
So lottery number 3 is gonna get a check mark.
And this is just 17 minutes in. Oh yeah, nah, it's over, bro. We
More convincing, and it looked as if you had access to the original video and description, so people would more easily believe you. But I want you, the viewer, to closely compare these two layouts. This one is the UI when he talks about the buy a shirt to be in my video live stream, and this one is the actual current YouTube UI you see whenever DogPack shows.
And I was like, and that's what I thought was crazy when I was looking at, because I'm like, aren't the corners a little bit rounded on this?
Shows a screen recording of public videos you can still watch. And when putting the two side by side, you can see that the UI for the illegal live stream is not the real YouTube UI. Instead of rounded corners, they're sharp, the likes are gone, the upload date is in a completely wrong spot where it has never been.
That I seen, because I already knew what because every time I do the description, I know how it looks when we do our videos. The date, the views and the date are right next to each other. This John don't even have a box for the description. I'm like, bro, what? Like,
button sizes and title font just seem off. And no, it's not because he found an older YouTube UI via the Wayback Machine like I did, because they don't hide likes and YouTube has never had this exact UI. Sure, it had sharp corners once, but not in combination with these exact other UI elements. But you wanna know the funniest part? Even the re-uploaded version that DogPack found and then added a manipulative fake YouTube UI to actually had copied the original live stream's description. So, even in the re-upload he found, it says that there's a free entry option. Yet he still doctored up this fake UI to make his intentional lies more convincing. Nah, I'm just kidding. Funniest part is that Mr.Beast verbally says it on stream.
Go shop MrBeast.com, buy the shirt or hoodie. You could be one of the people that come down and compete in the video. There's also a free entry on the site as well.
He didn't put that part in.
He didn't. Yo, Dawson. Yo, so like, yo, it's I'm gonna wait for this question for y'all.
100 of which are gonna be picked from people that buy this shirt or hoodie, or if you enter for free on the site as well, it's, that's an option as well. So,
oh my god, you're so sneaky. Now, when someone is prepared to doctor up evidence to make potentially incriminating lies more convincing, it automatically puts every single one of their accusations that isn't bulletproof into question. So,
everything.
Throughout this video, you'll also see that there are multiple examples of him leaving out crucial details from evidence that would easily disprove the accusations he's making. Because Dawson loves framing things deceitfully to push his personal agenda.
Shopify dashboard. We just have like a random number generator, and then like we just put the number, like if there's 1,000 orders, we just put it, picks a number between 1 and 1,000, and then my people give me the name.
Wait a second. Mr.Beast is only picking out of the Shopify list? Well, does that mean he's only giving away to paid entries after all? No. You can be part of a Shopify giveaway without having to make any purchase whatsoever. These are some generic examples of how to enter Shopify giveaway.
I'm about to say, and that does make sense for Shopify, because we've used Shopify before. I used to have an old website, and I'm like, yeah, because Shopify would have like their little Johns they would have their little deals for like you could have a certain amount of months of Shopify and all that. And I remember I was seeing the bottom of their Johns, they would have like little giveaways they would do here and there. But dang, I didn't think that would be something associated with the Mr. Beast drama. Hey man, you learn some more new John every day. But yeah, Dawson, again, bro. This is all information that you were saying that it was getting hard to find. You couldn't see through. You couldn't get the Jones. I'm sure I could get to this exact page on Google. Well, that's a legal lottery 3. X'd out.
X or check mark?
Like, oh no, X is like if he disproves it. So this is X'd out. This is not true.
giveaways for free on the official Shopify website. MrBeast scamming someone out of a lifetime of dog food and then tried silencing the so-called...
Remember the dog video?
Yep, I remember that.
Yes, remember the dog?
Yes.
I wanted this to specifically be clarified too, because I was kind of questioning this, because I remember, the person put it on Reddit.
Victim on Reddit?
As far as fake giveaways go, I'm sort of limited in what I can say without exposing confidential information and getting sued. So my official statement is that sometimes things slip through the cracks, and personally, I believe that is intentional. Here's one example where someone on Reddit posted saying that they were promised free dog food for life in exchange for letting MrBeast use them in a video. 5 months later, they still haven't received their dog food. I actually sent this post to someone who works at MrBeast, and they said they were going to send it to the PR team.
Who is this?
There's no name, anonymous.
Who is this? We'll send it to our PR team. Bro.
There's no name.
This could have... I'm not saying this was a real person, but this could have been a bot, bro. This could have been a bot, bro. Like, you sent this to them, bro. This could have not hit them for a minute, gang. Like, they not even taking you serious, bro. Nah. Hey, if you ever need complaints to send a PR, I'm your guy.
And then the Reddit post got taken down. So I don't know if it got resolved.
Not true. Here is a message from the Reddit user stating MrBeast did reach out to them, as well as everyone else. Apparently this user just...
So I did confirm that you reached out. To Natalie. I got a call from Jinx to give us the free dog food. Natalie just confirmed to all the people on the same call. Then I will edit my post stating that there was some kind of communication error and MrBeast team reached out and fixed the problem. Thank you for responding and getting this issue resolved.
Okay. So it did happen, they didn't get it, but
the MrBeast company's email went to the user's spam folder. The issue got resolved, and then the Reddit post got deleted.
Sometimes things slip through the cracks, and personally, I believe that is intentional.
Nah. Or they deleted the post because, you know, obviously the situation got resolved. So why would you leave a complaint up? That's not true. Yo, Dawson is looking terrible right now.
Oh, the new Feastables formula has more sugar and calories than Hershey's?
Nope, skipping this. Don't care. Do not care about the Feastables part, bro. This was so stupid, and I kept saying that during the jump too. Yo, bro. Oh, and that's not me skipping this is not to slight Soggy cereal, bro. I think this is good, John.
Right.
But like, let me look y'all in the face, bro, because there's certain Jones we could virtue signal about, but there's certain Jones that I'm not paying no mind. It was Halloween like a month ago. I had baby cousins. They love candy. Children are going to love chocolate. I don't care how healthy chocolate is. Chocolate is candy, bro. If the young bull asks for some candy, alright. You making sure your teeth brush, you good, you eating your vegetables, cool, you got some candy. Bro, we not worrying about how much chocolate and John is in Feastables or how much sugar. Bro, we don't care about this, bro. Like, let's grow up, bro. We got to grow up. So yeah, the whole dog pack. Remember that he was making that claim in the video. The whole oh man, the recipe, and then he's using this to psychologically manipulate children. I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm a grown man. It's time to grow up.
Less calories than the previous formula.
This pit is fake.
No, it's not. Here's footage of them digging the pit. You know what? Here's a crew member's footage of the two
Remember Train versus Pit?
Okay, okay.
That was dumb.
It's not. Here's footage of them digging the pit.
Okay.
You know what? Here's a crew member's footage of the two non-CGI buses and non-CGI train being in the pit after they drove them in there.
Shredder is CGI.
Nope. At this timestamp, they do shred an actual Lamborghini in a legitimate shredder. But I will say that when they use CGI, it looks fucking terrible, as if it came straight out of a CW show.
And I will agree with Soggy Cereal there, but in fairness, CGI looks terrible in anything. Like, if you've seen the CGI in some animes, bro, that John would generally make you rip your eyeballs out. So, so in fairness for that,
this car is digitally lifted.
This car isn't digitally lifted. However, they did change the original red coloring to blue to make a visual distinction between the first rocket car they launched and failed, which was red, and the second one they launched, which succeeded, but was also red. Because they were scared that both cars being red might confuse the
editing. You already know editing can do this easily in Photoshop.
But it was a real car, but they just changed the color.
Yeah, you know
on the editing.
This is basically one of those MrBeast like manipulate, like not. It's gonna sound so bad in the John, but you know what I mean. Like, this is one of those, like, mine type of Jones, because if you were to see 2 red cars, you wouldn't be able to distinguish the difference between each attempt. So, of course, they would edit it and make the other car blue so you can distinguish. Red failed, blue succeeded.
Okay.
And then, for the viewer, they would be able to correlate that.
The audience. So, in post, they just changed the second one.
Wait.
That both cars being red might confuse the audience. So, in post,
you can even spot them forgetting to recolor red to blue in this frame in Train V Pit. So yeah, this car is actually red, but they did it in blue post production.
Okay.
They just changed the second one's color to blue, but there was no digital lift. Blue.
Wait,
there was no digital lift.
DogPack's credibility? Yeah, that John's in the dumpster.
Dumpster, that's...
What you're saying, the things that you're saying are truly in good faith, and that you're not a disgruntled employee.
You can watch my video and like view it through the lens of, oh, this guy's just a disgruntled employee.
I will say, and not to pause merchant this part, because I really don't even, not that I really don't care on this, John, because again, this DogPack, this interview was nothing because we know DogPack's lying, right? So Mr.Beast did his interview I was talking about earlier that he just recently did, he did it like probably like a day ago or something or whatever, right? But he did it with Oompaville, and I find it like, we got to kind of question the motive, especially on Oompaville's part, because he interviewed DogPack, and the information spread in this Joan was a lie. Not to say that Oompaville can't be credible in some information, because it can be, obviously. But, like, it's like, how do we know it's not, like, some John going on the end? I'm not trying to say Oompaville is, like, what was that stupid John that DogPack was saying to Ludwig? Controlled opposition. Yeah, how do we know he's not controlled op? But then again, bro, do I even care that much, bro? I just want to know, like, what is the actual truth behind these Jones?
But the evidence still speaks for itself.
Of course.
But the evidence
like,
still...
If he wants to shill for Mr.Beast, hey, bro, that's really tough. But, like, can I get the correct information?
Still speaks for itself.
Of course.
This accusation of DogPack404 actually upset this engineering YouTuber who passionately worked on that rocket car. DogPack404 actually upset this engineer.
And what's out the way on? That car was 100% not digitally lifted. Post did change the color because they didn't want viewers to confuse it with the last car.
Right, which I understand.
Warped. A different YouTuber did all the work for that car. Kind of messed up because it being fake. Yo, DogPack, it was hard to get this info.
Engineering YouTuber who passionately worked on that rocket car for months to get it working, just to have this goober claim that it's faked. But Dawson doesn't care about collateral damage done to others. He doesn't mind throwing people in front of non-CGI buses to push his own agenda. He did it with the rocket car YouTuber. He did it with that tricked employee's phone recording they showed without his consent. He tried doing it with me by calling me over dramatic, pressuring me into making a video accusing Mr.Beast with uncertain and refutable evidence, which by now I know to be untrue, which he doubled down on, by the way. Every other commentary YouTuber did it without getting sued, even though just because a lot of YouTubers tried milking the situation and through unsubstantiated
I'm like, yeah, is he an idiot? Yo, slop content is the best content on YouTube right now, not because of like the factor of it being good, it's because, yo, it is the content that is being put out at most and be making the most money. Like, so of course heads are gonna cover this information, no matter if they got true information or false information. People have incentive to cover any situation like this because of Munties, bro. So you can't be using that as a legitimate factor. Like, bro, what? Nah, bro, that was crazy. We should know, bro. We make slop.
Easily disprovable accusations out there for clout, views, and money without getting sued doesn't make it an okay thing to do, DogPack. Or do you think it's acceptable to make false CP allegations? Which, maybe I should talk about that for a second. See, in a recent video on Rosanna Pansino's channel, DogPack404 claimed to have access to leaked work chat messages, with one of them being Ava Chris Tyson distributing alleged CP of Ivanka Trump. Except DogPack doesn't always use the term alleged.
Yeah, this is the most disgusting one by far. Well, actually, the CP was probably more disgusting.
And he also proudly admitted to having downloaded that uncensored alleged CP on a now deleted community post. And
yo, I kept saying when we watched this video too, bro, how did he get access to these messages? Because these messages were not uncensored. So then you would have had to download these images of what you thought was cheese pizza, bro.
Yes. And you seen it.
And I kept saying, I was like, yo, bro, that does not make sense, bro. He's shilling right now. I'm like, bro, there's no way, bro. Bro, that's weird, bro. You downloaded images of what you thought, what Ava Chris Tyson thought of what you thought was cheese pizza, bro. You not getting around this, brother. Nah. Like,
admits to having reverse image searched what he thought was CP in the video. Obviously, Dawson French himself was called out for owning and reverse image searching what he believed was fucking CP, because pizza, that is weird and a crime.
Of CP are not protected under First Amendment rights and are illegal contraband under federal law. The legal definition of sexually explicit conduct does not require that an image depict a child engaging in a sexual activity. A picture of a naked child may constitute illegal CP.
So he deleted that community post to then lie about never having had the uncensored CP on someone else's YouTube video. Funny thing is,
bro, you had access to the screenshots of that chat. That chat was not bro, he's such a
that it only took 1 hour for people to find this tweet about that exact picture of 18-year-old Ivanka Trump being in a GQ magazine. It legitimately took 1 hour.
She don't look bad.
1 hour to not.
That that image was debunked. You remember that was debunked? That image, she wasn't 13, she was 18. That Joe was in that magazine. Obviously, that the magazine's not putting that out.
Bad.
But that's what I'm saying. No, of course, like, we're gonna retrospectively look in a situation. We know this is not that bad because we know she's an adult. You're past the age of consent. Like, you're allowed to be doing these type of actions. You know, whether it be sexually explicit, yada yada. But it's like the fact that he was putting all this information out and putting these images around and having these images downloaded in computers in certain files with what he thought was cheese pizza with some extra toppings. Yo, should I call you DogPack404? Like, what we talking about, bro? Like, what we talking about, bro? Come on, man. Bad works.
Falsely accuse someone of distributing CP.
It's like he constantly lies to get himself out of trouble, and only when he's run out of lies and in face of a serious trouble and he's run out of options does he reveal the truth. Then he tries to pull the LOL I said allegedly thing again. I said, as Ava alleges. I said, in my opinion. I said, may. I said, if.
Yeah, this is the most disgusting one by far. Well, actually, the CP was probably more disgusting. But
so either DogPack knew that it wasn't CP and made those false accusations anyways, or he's just a fucking idiot who can't even use Google. But that wasn't the only lie in that video, was it, Dawson?
This isn't a work chat. This is just a small snapshot of a company chat, but it's, I think, one of many. I've heard that there's other company chats that they communicate on.
Yes.
And
it wasn't a work chat. It was created as an NSFW meme chat by already known degenerates.
Oh my God, so they really lied. I'm thinking that Joan was a Slack work group chat. This Joan was like, yo, you know how in Discord you'll have like the general main chats and then you'll have like that one chat everybody just posts memes in? This is that Joan.
So this was basically like in a Discord.
I don't know if this is directly on Discord. This might have been on some other type of platform because Discord obviously doesn't look like this. Discord looks different. But whatever site it was on, but this was not the main work chat. So, like, bro, Roseanne, I mean, why? I'm not surprised. Roseanne and DogPack lying makes sense. I ain't gonna lie.
Ava Chris Tyson. There's even examples of Ava getting mad whenever anyone talks about anything work-related.
This is just a small snapshot of a company chat. Small snapshot of a company chat.
What you're saying, the things that you're saying are truly in good faith, and that you're not a disgruntled employee.
You can watch my video and like view it through the lens of, oh, this guy's just a disgruntled employee. But the evidence.
Dawson. You started your video, your first video, you literally started that boy blasted out of your mind on the shrooms, gang. Of course we think you're a disgruntled employee.
And admitted to it.
And that was a crazy thing, bro. Hedge was gonna say, I remember I kept saying it too. I'm not trying to defend Mr.Beast and be a glazer or whatever, bro. And if you still see me like that, that's fine, bro. I already been said both sides is wrong. We've been criticizing both DogPack and Mr.Beast for the longest time already, bro. And I'm so happy that this John came out. And I'm gonna be even happier to get the interview out than watching that John. But yo, Dawson, bro, of course Hedge is gonna view you like that, bro. You already came on this John looking untrustworthy because, bro, you're making these crazy allegations, these really heavily defamatory allegations or whatever. Are you on drugs? Like, bro, stop, bro. Please stop.
It still speaks for itself.
Of course. However, at one point it was changed to a work chat by Ava, at which point she also kicked everyone unrelated out of there. But then the chat instantly died because obviously no one else, including Jimmy, wanted to use it as a work chat. Now, I will say that even though this image is confirmed not to be CP, Ava did seem to think it was at the time, and so this proves that she is even worse than we thought and is a disgusting individual. However, the way DogPack tried distributing what he believes was a picture of a sexually abused child to
They barely censored this at first, by the way. They censored it more after receiving backlash for shredding alleged barely censored CP on YouTube. Then turned out it wasn't even
thousands of possibly child viewers wasn't to inform people of degenerate Ava Chris Tyson, but instead was to push his own agenda, framing Mr.Beast into allegedly knowing that Ava was a confirmed pedophile. It's so disgusting. See, I say framing because if you look at all of the messages around that image,
it's Jake Weddle. You know what she is, and me.
It's a huge rant from not just Ava but other people as well about pedophiles exposed by the hacker group Anonymous in this Twitter thread she linked with that picture of Ivanka Trump, because it was in that Twitter thread, as well as a rant about Jeffrey Epstein and billionaire pedos, and I don't think context matters.
And this is what I'm saying, like, I understand being into true crime lore, like, you want to figure out, like, what was the rings going on, like, these weird bulls. I totally get being interested in that, because true crime can be very interesting. Bro, when you're specifically locked in on the Diddy's and the Epsteins and these millionaire PDF file EDP cupcake loving bulls, like, bro, that's when I'm looking at you like, bro, like, yo, bro, what you been getting into, bro? What you what content's entertaining you? Like, yo, nah, bro, it's weird.
There's here on Ava Tyson's side. I still think this is fucking disgusting. However, I do think context matters for the people perceiving Ava Chris Tyson's messages. I'm sorry, but if I'd see my friends actively ranting about pedophiles and bashing them, I'd actively be convinced to not think they're a pedophile when they send degenerate memes like this. I just cringe on the inside while thinking that they have a degenerate sense of Zoomer humor. Even Trey Yates, the person who leaked the work chat to DogPack,
it really just depends on what social setting you're into, because maybe some of your friendships you don't really get this edgy, you don't really even talk about this type of junk. So I feel like it just depends on what type of person you're talking to, because trust, yo, you can have, we all got a boys group chat, man, where we be saying some crazy junk, some wild and junk, but no one's actually going to intend to act on any of these actions. The problem is Ava Chris Tyson was looking crazy. Now that it was debunked about the thing of her meeting up with Lava GS, but like, we gonna add you to the calendar, big. We gonna add you to the calendar, big sis. My bad.
Rosanna refers to those memes as a weird thing Ava found funny in the past instead of confirmed pedophile messages.
A lot of the edgy type of content and a lot of the edgy cringeworthy humor started with Ava. Like, she sent a bunch of messages that probably shouldn't have been sent in a work group chat, just because she thought it was funny at the time.
So even he, who actively dislikes Mr.Beast, didn't even notice.
So with all this evidence, I think it's definitely fair to say that Jimmy knew about Ava Tyson's behavior.
But Soggy, Rosanna Pansino and DogPack404 reported Jimmy Beast to the FBI, so he's gotta be a pedophile. I think people vastly underestimate just how easy you can report someone to the FBI. Even as a non-American citizen myself, I just created this entire forum of Rosanna Pansino and Dawson French, aka DogPack404, distributing CP in 2 minutes on tips.fbi.gov, which
so basically
I will now
them reporting him to the FBI was a nothing burger. Like, okay, so that checks out. That makes absolute sense. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Because why would they take this John seriously regardless? Like, bro, there's actual human trafficking rings and John like that going out there in this world, bro. Like, they not worried about Mr.Beast, bro. They not worried about Ava Chris Tyson, bro. I'm like, son,
And then he's saying that you could do it. You don't get no backlash for reporting it.
Like,
admit to the FBI. Soggy Serial reported Rosanna Pansino and Dawson French to the FBI. Holy shit, they've gotta be guilty now. See what I did there? Also,
yo,
he made that up. That wasn't a real. That wasn't a real thing, right?
Person guy. I don't do research. Is the ad.
Shit, they've gotta be guilty now. See what I did there? Also, I didn't submit this because unlike two other creators. I'd rather not waste the FBI's time from finding actual CP distributors to push a selfish, manipulative, and personal agenda, and manipulating Rosanna Pansino so you could use her bigger channel to spread this disinformation is so vile. Look, I knew you were petty, Dawson, but I never expected you to stoop this low. He also tried dragging the famous anime Higehiro and its fandom through the mud by saying it's about—
Oh, I remember this, bruh. Oh my freaking god, bro. This is a whole— y'all know me, I'm the anime bull, so this is a whole
a
session.
26-year-old having a romantic relationship with a minor.
That's not how the anime goes.
See if Jimmy knew about Ava's concerning behavior. June of 2021, he sends a message of an anime called Higehiro. It says, I bet Chris would love this show. Why?
What's this show about?
Well, it's interesting that you ask, because this show is about a romantic relationship between a 26-year-old salaryman.
That is not true.
And a 17-year-old high school runaway.
So Jimmy in the chats is saying, I bet Chris would love this show because it's right up her alley.
Why do you think Chris would love that show, Jimmy?
And Mr.Beast saying Ava would love this? Even though the anime is about the exact opposite.
He posted that one thing about the anime with the, like, adult getting into a relationship with a—
That's okay. Okay, here's the thing. That's a lie. That is such a bullshit lie. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
He literally said—
Do we have the time? No. He literally said, I think Chris would like this. Why would he say that, though? No, the context of that anime, that show is about a 26-year-old guy, okay? He takes in this runaway girl who is selling herself to prostitution. She's like 17 or whatever, 16. I don't remember. She's 17, 16. She's selling her body because she ran away from home because some other shit happened. And I remember this because my friend tried showing this to me, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? It turned out it was actually a very wholesome show about this dude kind of teaching her, like, how to get through, like, all this trauma that she had in her life. There was never any romantic intentions there. Sure, if you watch the anime in the first episode, the girl was coming on to him, but the guy rejected her and saw her as a daughter. That whole show, he had a whole nother love interest in that show.
And I remember, I ain't gonna lie, cause yo, I've seen this anime, and like, yo, I remember that John too, bro. He literally said, and bro, I swear to God, if editing Trill actually had talent, bro, I'd put the scene up. But like, he literally said, like, yo, if you try this again, or if you try to come on to me again, I'll kick you out, bro. Like, you will not stay with me no longer. And then, bro, I remember the anime just goes on after that. So yeah, bro, context matters in all situations, bro. Again, DogPack, Rosanna, no idea what they're talking about.
This whole time. This was never about the dude getting into a sexual relationship with a 17-year-old.
You guys actively pissed off the entire anime side of Twitter with this one. So this again, more so proves Jimmy—
stop messing with the anime community, bro. Please stop, bro. I ain't gonna lie. The crash outs. They be doxing heads. They be crashing out, bro. Y'all got you.
Didn't know.
So with all this evidence, I think it's definitely fair to say that Jimmy knew about Ava Tyson's behavior.
Wanna know the worst of all? DogPack and Rosanna used what they thought was a CP picture as clickbait for their fucking thumbnail. They even A/B tested 3 versions of it. You know, just trying to get some more views by putting alleged CP in your quirky thumbnails. Will the allegedly abused child garner more views with a red
That's actually super crazy when you think about this, bro. You put an image of what you think is CP on the
background or the pink background. Following their logic, they are now both confirmed pedophiles and should have 100% known that of one another. I can't, dude. I can't. And this video, where they do all this, a DogPack dares to try and invalidate my past accusations that his video IDs he came up with while working at Mr.Beast were weirding. His video IDs he came up with while working.
He also made multiple weird / inappropriate / disrespectful jokes towards colleagues, such as, "We should do 1,000 boob transplant videos." Stuff like that creeped out coworkers all within the first 3 weeks of working there. Bro. You get to the company. You're like an idealist. You're a writer or whatever, right? You go in the room. You're like, yo, I'm thinking, yo, we got 1,000 people to cure blindness. We got 1,000 people, some, the paraplegic, like, the replacement limbs. Bro, I'm thinking 1,000 new boob jobs. Facts. Yo, that's the motion.
I'll be like,
y'all not feeling that one? Yo, you not feeling that one?
He won't be back tomorrow. Because that's gonna be my reaction. That one won't be back tomorrow.
Yo, you're not.
So let's keep going.
You're not feeling that one? Yo, that joke got me cooked, bro. Not gonna lie.
Mr. Beast were weirding and creeping employees out.
I suggested a video for breast cancer awareness about buying 1,000 boobs. It's like maybe not the most professional way to phrase it, you know, it's a little clickbaity or whatever, but like the actual video is supposed to be paying for vasectomies and cosmetic surgeries for breast cancer survivors.
Yo, that's like, listen, I can understand where he's coming from with the idea. It's supposed to be in good if that's actually his intention, which we don't, again, no, this fool is a liar. Like, we already know that, right? Like, because breast cancer awareness is something that does need more awareness because it does affect a lot of women. Mr. Beast videos are directed for mainly children, bro. Mainly children.
Yeah, we shouldn't worry about that.
Are mainly children, bro. Like, did you ever put that into account? Like, at any factor? At any factor, nah.
We could do it, but we gotta do it off camera.
It's amazing. That's wonderful.
With a thumbnail and title like these? Oh, wait.
Like, no,
if this wasn't supposed to be creepy or weird, then why did you make sure to blur the title and thumbnail when showing it on screen? Don't be shy. I still got the sharp version. Oh, was it because 4 objectified headless?
Yo, he's an idiot. He's so freaking retarded.
Pairs of boobs with the Mr.Beast clickbait face and the title, I bought 1,000 boobs. Wasn't in line.
This is, I can see the John like Twitch right now. I can see the advertisers absolutely just evaporating, just disappearing, just Thanos snapping away, bro. After seeing this John, bro.
We gotta go.
Yo, Dawson.
Yo,
Dawson, one of the smartest people of all time.
I know it's I'm not a weird creep agenda you were trying to push. Yeah, this, it's about cancer awareness message seems more like you realizing your manager didn't think that joke objectifying women was, funny. And you're then desperately trying to save your own skin by, you know, using cancer. Especially when you also sent in these work IDs, such as Baby Battle Royale with babies carrying assault rifles. Or Mr. Beast does every drug challenge. Were those
Yo, he's an idiot. There's no way.
Assault rifles,
bro.
Or Mr. Beast does.
He sells chocolate to kids, which you made a huge freaking mess about, and you want him to try every drug on a video. You want him to do drugs and be affected by drugs on camera. Yo, this guy's a genius. This guy is a genius. Like, yo, this is the peak human evolution mind.
How many views he got? He got his money.
He is mad that people that he's apparently, like Mr. Beast, psychologically manipulating children and trying to mind hacks them into watching his videos and eating his chocolate bars. But he wanted to get 1,000 boob jobs on a video. He wanted to try every drug, which includes major bad drugs like the Cocayanas, the Fenty Walks,
the Whiteys,
the Bad Johns, the Pop Yerks. You know what I'm saying? The Kodak Special. You know what I mean? And this fool is mad. Yo, Dawson, you're actually retarded, bro. Like, when I really think about it,
every
like, you are
drug
the most
challenge,
bro. Who is worse in hypocrisy right now, him or Jake? Cause like it's looking bad for him right now.
Was it also for Breast Cancer Awareness Month? Also, didn't you say that Mr. Beast is mainly targeted toward kids?
Encouraging like almost children simping for these people. I would say he's gained most of his audience since then, and his content's only gotten younger. Now, Mr. Beast intentionally manipulates these children's vulnerable minds.
What happened to that?
Yo, is this you? Is this you? Yeah, that's tough. You know what? I'm gonna leave it on.
Claim. Look, I expected them at the end of the video to say that it was some twisted parody. But nope, they seemed pretty proud of their slanderous content where they admitted to committing multiple alleged federal crimes. So, same time next week? But his collateral damage doesn't end with allegedly abused children. He also uses old people. For example, he tried using contestant 58 from the ages 1 to 100 video by claiming that he didn't really wink.
In this video, this wink was added in post.
And that number 58 didn't hear number 42 getting out of the booth.
In fact, 58 was actually on the far opposite side of the room from 42, and he just didn't hear him.
And because of that, number 58, a 58-year-old man, was so confused and getting harassed online to the point he felt that he had to make a TikTok about it.
Hey guys,
You're lying,
Mr. 58. Been a while since I've posted anything, but something's really been concerning me a little bit. I've been seeing things on the internet that have said I didn't wink in the Mr.Beast video 1 to 100. I did wink.
What is that? I don't know what's so important about that winking part.
Because DogPack was saying that all his videos was fake, or a majority of his videos was fake.
God.
Yo,
and
Dawson.
Now this guy, he got messed with.
Dawson, bro, you got this poor old man harassed. He's just chilling. He's chilling out with his pups. You know what I'm saying?
He said, I did wink. Like, come on.
Bro, you got these chilling, you know, old people. They just chilling. They just they just worry about their grandkids. You know what I'm saying? They just chilling. Grandpop living his good life. And you got him harassed, Dawson. Yo, I just want to see the number of zeros his defame lawsuit's gonna have. Like, I just want to see how many zeros is attached. Like, this guy Dawson completely destroyed his whole generation's life. Like, they gonna be paying this defamation lawsuit off for literally generations. That's tough.
A few times, as a matter of fact. The other thing that's been said is I didn't hear 42 say he was stepping out of his cube. Yes, I heard 42 say he was stepping out of his cube. I did it on my own accord to step out with 2 seconds left on the clock. I know of nothing in that video that was staged whatsoever, and I don't know why these rumors are going over the internet that these things didn't happen.
Bro.
Everything that I did in that video, and nothing was edited after the fact. Everybody be good and have a great day.
This is just sad. I actually got mad seeing this old sweet guy get so upset. And what was DogPack's proof for these claims? Well, I've got to preview the 1 to 100 video once, so now you've got to believe every baseless claim I make.
The meeting was run by Mac. It was for but first cut didn't have the revenge storyline. Mac said he could add a link in post by turning the link into a blank, which we also fix his vid and makes his challenge in a way. You're running defense for them. I'm not. You're disproving your lies. You haven't provided any proof for this that I couldn't debunk. I censored the name and phone number
around it. Because you're so trustworthy, Dawson. I'd rather believe the sweet old guy who literally was in the video.
Everybody be good and have a great day.
He did it with Mark Bates, a random subscriber contestant.
I subscribed to Mr.Beast and literally won $1 million. I literally was in this video right here, and all I did was subscribe. I had no relationship with Mr.Beast or anything like that. And they flew me down to North Carolina. I live in Cleveland, and changed my life forever. Literally. All I did was subscribe.
Who won $1 million and then made a video after winning that prize, which DogPack just took a very out of context clip from.
Another example of things slipping through the cracks.
The second thing that I probably would do different is invest. I talked to Jimmy after I won $1 million, after I finally got the remaining amount in my bank account. I was telling him, I was like, man, I don't want to fail. I don't want to be like how everybody's saying, like I'm gonna run out of money and do all this crazy stuff. I was like, man, Jimmy, please help me. And he said he was gonna help me and we was gonna invest, but yeah, that didn't happen. So
oh no, he didn't invest for Mark. Oh wait, what's this clip right after? Which DogPack conveniently didn't put in his video?
I'm the world evil. Maybe I'm the world evil, but like I feel like maybe you should just like and I don't even, and I'm not even trying to talk crazy on the bull because he still won $1 million, and I don't even think any of this on this is his fault. But even with the Joe where like where Mr. Beast supposed to help me invest, like bro, you don't know about stocks or nothing. You don't know anything about that at all.
He could have got somebody to help
and
him.
You can't use Google. Like this is where I be trying to fail. Like this is where I be failing to see on the accountability sometimes. But either way, like he didn't do nothing wrong, bro. He was just a contestant.
Oh yeah.
So he's straight.
He got his money.
Won. He did. He sure did.
Yeah, that didn't happen. So yeah, and let me clarify. Jimmy did help me. Cause I know, like I said, I know y'all be like,
oh, he didn't help him.
He did help me financially, but like giving me money he did give me funds.
Oh, so Mr.Beast still funded Mark, even after winning and spending the $1 million? Okay. Apparently they just had him on a monthly salary at the Mr.Beast.
After that video, we put Mark on a monthly salary at the company to give him passive income stream. See, and I'm about to say that's a good way to do it too, because if you give him $1 million, this is where he'd start buying boats and John, they mess it up. But nah, if we pay you a salary at a good John, so we can make sure that yo, like your rent and all that is always paid there. Like that's smart, bro. That's the more I see this, it's not like I'm on a bias. I'm still not about to be sitting over here glazing Mr.
They
Beast,
still didn't get to James yet.
And that's what I'm saying, but like, bro, this just making everything that DogPack said just look absolutely bad. Like, it's company so terrible.
Without him having to perform any work there. Well, this guy's a victim. Mark Pate himself was so fucking frustrated from DogPack using this out-of-context clip to push his personal agenda that he made 2 more videos speaking out against all of the DMs he was getting from DogPack's followers.
Channel everywhere. You guys been saying that I'm a victim of Mr.Beast and that he didn't help me. You've been talking about everything. It's not my story, so I really wanted to get up here and tell you guys that Mr.Beast really did come through for me, Jimmy. I love you.
DogPack doesn't give a shit about who or what he uses or whose life he ruins just to push his own narrative, and it's fucking disgusting. Showing out of context clips and snippets is something that DogPack does a lot, by the way. He also did it with Mac when Mr.Beast asked him what he was gonna do with the $800,000 he won.
What are you gonna spend the 800? Videos were good, by the way. They might have been like a little fake or scripted or whatever. We knew that, but them videos were still good. I still
$1,000 on. I've got 3 friends of mine, childhood friends of mine, and they don't have a lot of money. I'm gonna make sure they don't have to worry about money anymore. I mean, my life's changed now.
Oh wow, he's gonna give it to his 3 less fortunate friends? Well, that is so kind. Let's see what Dawson made of this.
Bathrooms.
What are you gonna spend the $800,000 on? I mean, my life's changed now.
Yeah, I'm sure that $800,000 is really gonna change your life.
Oh, he cut that whole part out to insinuate Mac was gonna spend it on more bathrooms in his huge mansion.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I was about to say, I wanted to clarify. I want some clarification on that too, because I'm like, yo, they were saying that Mac got this mansion, this cool John, and like, bro, Mac was the secret hire editor, and even if that's true, whatever, fine. Like, he just moved on from Eric and went over to Mr.Beast, whatever. That's not none of my business, bro. Hey, bro, Eric was looking like a bad heads, bro. He needed to clear his name, so I'm feeling it, bro. I'm out, bro. And I ain't gonna lie. And that still doesn't absolve Mac for the Johns that he did do with Eric, bro. We still gotta look at you crazy for some of them Johns. But he went over and fixed it. I'm like, all right, cool. But where was Dawson getting that he was getting this mansion from? And I was like, okay, even if he were to have that John, so we saw the video. He was going to give this money to his friends. I mean, if you saw the full context, obviously, if you didn't see that video, we were watching every Mr.Beast video. If you didn't see that video, you obviously would not. But you've seen it here. So I'm just like, nah, bro, just not going for that John. It's dead. But I ain't gonna lie. This bull Dawson always lying.
He didn't even have.
Mac started working full-time on the editing team at Mr.Beast. Also, he didn't just move into any old house, he moved into a $1 million mansion. His 6,000 square foot $1 million mansion comes with a movie theater and 7 bathrooms.
See, I saw the actual property listing, and well, obviously I can't show this, so you've got to trust me on my word. But the house is on the name of another editor at Mr.Beast, which Mac was sleeping over at because he himself didn't have a house. But Soggy, didn't you expose Mac for being a liar? Why are you now picking his side? I don't pick sides, nor do I just blindly hate every person I criticize. What am I? A disgruntled employee acting like a toddler? Mac left Eric after all. And by the way, I've never seen Mac try and use fake CP to push a personal agenda. Also, DogPack, take that clip from my video out of yours. Cause now you're using my content to push your lies.
Over the next 7 days, I'm gonna be giving 1,000 random people that subscribe a free Samsung Galaxy S24.
How is this legal? I don't get it. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel.
All you have to do to enter to win one of these phones is subscribe.
It's a scam. Holy shit.
The Samsung giveaway was legit. Here you can see old testimonies from random subscribers who won and got contacted by me.
Bro, he's really breaking down every single point, bro. Like he's killing him right now on this John, bro. DogPack, we seeing you later, boss. Like, bro, you're not him. We gonna see
Mr. Beast. Also, PewDiePie never bashed that clip. It's just another example of DogPack's manipulative editing. Now, even though we've only touched the tip of the lies of DogPack iceberg so far, I preemptively want to ask Dawson, why would you knowingly spread all of this disinformation? Now, DogPack, something you really shouldn't say because it would make you look real dumb, is either
he mentioned the fact that he is not a professional journalist or investigator, just a guy throwing allegations around for other people to properly investigate.
As you did in a desperate attempt to save the little credibility you had left after falsely accusing someone of domestic violence.
I forgot what her name is, but this is the lady, the only actual person he could reference that wasn't anonymous for the thing with James Warren was this girl.
Okay.
And kicking their dog in your third video. Because this is what you said in your first video, which I'm also disproving.
And I don't want to put a lot of like hearsay into this video. You should just believe the receipts that I'm showing.
All of them. I'm glad he pointed that out too. Hold on.
I put a lot of like hearsay.
Literally all his videos are based on hearsay and lies. And that's what I kept saying too. All the references and all the evidence he would say is like, oh, I heard this from here, or this person might have said, or oh, these anonymous people that did, I can't show their name, or this person, I can't show their number, or oh yeah, but I made sure on the back end, like these are verified Mr.Beast employees, but well, we have no proof to see that. And I remember I kept mentioning that too, because even if they are, well, can we see some proof that they're verified?
That's what you kept saying. Can I see some proof? Can I see some names? I could have docked that up. That's what I'm saying.
Like, bro, like his NDA, the way he was showing his NDA, I'm like, bro, I could easily make this NDA in Google Doc right now. I'm like, bro, come on, bro, stop. Like, he dead lying.
Into this video, you should just believe the receipts that I'm showing you and not what I'm saying.
Well, I've looked at the receipts, Dawson, and so far they're telling me that you're a lying asshole. And before you try and defend yourself with plausible deniability, I'll just play this clip.
Mr.Beast knows this, but you know, he's a poker player. He likes a little bluffery, a little plausible deniability.
Also, me disproving cheap attempts at slander from this guy doesn't mean I'm defending this guy. I know a lot of people believe in the delusion that defending Mr.Beast is the safe option. I know there's people have been living under a rock lately.
That was never the safe option. As soon as the bad stuff started really toppling on for Mr. Beast after the Ava Chris Lyson situation, bro, it was like, bro, that was literally free money. Y'all saw what happened with Pegasus. That junk was free money to talk crazy about Mr. Beast. Like, what are they talking about, bro? That junk was dead. I ain't gonna hold you, but yeah, and that's the even craziest part now, bro. If you were trying to defend Mr. Beast, that's what I was saying earlier. Like, nah, bro, you were seen as a glazer, yada yada, and bro. Even with that, John, even to this day, I'm still basically in the middle. Like, bro, DogPack, we already knew your third video was garbage and lies. That John was terrible. Bro, Jimmy, you still hired the RSO no matter if you were oblivious to it or not, or a dumb kid or not. Like, this is still something you got to take responsibility for. So, either way, but for this specifically, like, on what side it was during this time, oh yeah, nah, it was definitely good to be on DogPack's side. Like, I don't know.
But defending Mr. Beast right now is actual career suicide. While regurgitating DogPack's lies is the easy and safe way to generate millions of views and hundreds of thousands of dollars. But in my opinion, blindly taking either side should be heavily frowned upon, because there are some very questionable and fucked up decisions Mr. Beast has made that he needs to be held accountable for. And I'll get to that. However, to effectively criticize him, help genuine victims, and hold him morally and legally accountable, we must first clear the table of all of the lies that have been spread by Dawson French, aka DogPack404, such as the lie of Feastables using child slavery. It takes a single Google search to find several public articles to prove that from October 2023, the same time
what they was in there?
Yo, what the heck are we talking about, bro? Like the cocoa beans and all that, bro.
Smashing it up and
if you're gonna accuse that they have they are using child slavery and forced child labor, can we see some evidence of this?
Yeah, show the video.
I don't want to see no
and the kids walking in it.
I wouldn't want to see no physical evidence because that means we're watching literal child slavery. But Like, I mean, if you're gonna make, again, very, very serious defamatory claims like this, we need to see some evidence of that.
Yeah, can I see the factory and the children walking in it?
When they took their slave-free banner off of the Feastables website, they've been in talks to join Tony's Chocolonely's open chain ethical sourcing initiative, and did so officially from March 2024, which, if you don't know, Tony's Chocolonely's is a Dutch chocolate brand known for their goal to produce chocolate as ethically as possible, and one of few companies legitimately doing so. And now Feastables is the first major US-based company who joined them with the goal to actively reduce child labor and slavery in the chocolate production process. But then, why they take slave-free banner off of Feastables website? Well, dear Dogpack, already typing that question up on Twitter, you can literally read the answer on the Tony's Chocolonely's website. Why did you make the switch from slave-free to exploitation-free? We've adapted our mission messaging to help us express the scope of impact work we do today. When Tony started, we were laser focused on one issue in the cocoa industry, but as we've grown, our areas of impact have grown too. Our mission statement needs to be inclusive of all the work we do today, from addressing multidimensional poverty to remediating child labor and everything in between.
And that's totally acceptable. I thought it was gonna come from the angle of like it just looks more derogatory to use like the term slave instead of exploitation, because I mean if you are a slave you're being you're being exploitive, and then having the having the concept of slavery is exploitative. So I can understand the switch between the words, but I thought it was more or less gonna be along like that as like oh my god like yo slave bro, like they're using like putting that out there for other brands like yo okay Feastables is not using slave labor slave free. But other chocolate brands are using slaves. Like we got to take that down, like that type of junk. But even still, that's still obviously works, and I can understand that change. So.
Wow! It took one Google search to not falsely accuse someone of using child slavery? Yes. For the people who don't know, Dogpack did falsely accuse someone of DV and AB.
Mr.Beast, DogPack404, put out his third video, Mr.Beast's Secret CEO, in which he was later proven to have accused an innocent man, James Warren, Mr.Beast's cousin, of domestic violence. He later admitted this on Twitter after his own source disproved him and he looked into it himself, only to find out he accused the wrong guy.
And that slanderous video is still up, by the way, after more than a month of people begging him to take it down. Disclaimer, he took it down a few days ago, but after almost 2 months and 3.1 million views, you're not getting off the hook that easily. Days ago, but after almost 2 months.
That's all these fools care about. This video is not monetized. Woohoo, this video got the channel monetized. You greedy.
And 3.1 million views, you're not getting off the hook that easily, Dawson. And the video of the false CP allegations is also still up. He also made life-ruining allegations against LaKoya Hill, who was the person that made...
Yeah, I was asking about that.
Please cover LaKoya.
Yes, because I was asking about that.
As far as we're concerned... Oh, no, go ahead.
No, I was asking about that because LaKoya, what he does is real, but what is... Like,
what is his connection to the Mr.Beast company?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
And that's what I want to know too, because as far as we're concerned with what Dogpack was saying, which was basically everything I need to let y'all know. The first video, Soggy Series debunking this whole junk. So like he's mainly showing all the clips in the first video, so that's getting debunked. That junk's trash. The second video, but out of all the videos, we thought the first one was the best one. The second one was decent. The third one is completely BS. But we're focusing on LaKoya, which was all in the third video. So basically, I'm going to tell you what I remember from his LaKoya video, Dogpack, but you should take this as literally nothing because he lied about James Warren, so therefore the whole video is basically invalid, right? So, but what he was saying was that LaKoya Hill basically was like harassing or sexually doing sexual actions, basically being sexually exploitive to their assistant,
right?
Like assistant that was with them, and a lot of people, anonymous sources, or better, I can't even do quotes because they are anonymous sources, but there was no name or face associated to these people giving evidence, right? A lot of people were backing up the statement saying that yes, LaKoya Hill was doing some weird actions or whatever, or harassing their assistant. So I'm like, oh man, even with this many people, we were saying it during the vid, like yeah, I get it, like all these bulls is anonymous, so we can't really take it serious, like who are these bulls? But even with this amount of different people or whatever saying this, I'm like, okay, this is being forwarded by an amount of different people, like a good amount of different people in the job, which even with our naivety there, like I admit to being wrong, we should have still been like even now, because James Warren's wrong, this whole John wrong. But even to still in that time, you're looking at this like, oh, this could be credited. I'm like, yeah, a lot of people, or a good amount of people are backing the same message up. So is this guy really a weirdo? We need to get him out of here. We need to get him checked out. So I'm like, yo, this is the part I really need to be hearing about.
The decision to fire DogPack. Here's an audio clip from the leaked firing interview at Beast.
I'm our CEO. Part of my job is you're pushing back on everything that we're saying. So
well, because you're trying to fire me, and I want to work at this company.
I'm the CEO of this company. If I'm talking, don't interrupt me. And I'm telling you this is what's happening, and you're telling me that I'm wrong. I am not wrong. I've made the decision. Here, we will take care of.
I appreciate that. Can I please have a second chance?
It's not.
If I'm getting paid, just let me come in and let me try to be coachable. If Hoodie changes his mind, can I? I've been trying to get to this point of working on Mr.Beast for a long time.
I wonder why he's trying to destroy Lokoya's life.
I think there are other people at the company. If I were to switch departments, that would be very happy to have me. I don't care about the salary.
It's not what happened.
Or Doc Scara.
Yo. Buddy.
So Lokoya fired him.
God. You really are the disgruntled employee, bro. He's definitively. So you try to put these allegations, because again, we still need to hear some definitive proof that these allegations are not true. But as far as this, it is clearly obvious here that you are biased against Lokoya Hill. So you had a clear bias against the whether, like, what information about Lokoya you were gonna deem true or not. You were gonna say everything bad or everything negatively reinforced towards Lokoya was going to be supported by you, clearly, because you had this bias. Bro, DogPack, you're a freaking idiot. Like, yo, a lot of these people we be covering is just, man, hollow brains.
She's your hiring manager.
Or put a picture of his manager on his psychotic wall for no reason but personal spite. Coincident manager on his psychotic wall for no reason but personal.
If I get it, if he's upset with the company, was his dream that just didn't work out, but to just randomly put me there as a former revenge in front of millions made me see his video through the context of someone with a grudge rather than fair criticism on things we could do better on. Yeah,
so he just put his picture there.
Like,
oh, okay.
Like, what does Hoodie have to even do with all of this? Your manager, bro.
That's messed up.
Personal spite.
Yeah, this guy's
coincidentally, all three of those people were in the room when DogPack was fired.
I'm our CEO.
Car, we are still going to reimburse you.
This is the original contract. And the original NDA.
It's like he's just doing all this out of a personal
I'm saying, where's Kara?
Yes.
We will lie if we have to. I mean, of course. I just try to be honest, I guess.
What is selfless hero? You know, a selfless hero who, whenever he can, mentions that he didn't make these slanderous videos with any personal gain in mind.
And that was definitely debunked by me for sure, because I kept saying, like, even if you, like, and by a lot of people, but I'm talking about within our videos when we cover this ourselves, that was definitively debunked by me, because no matter if your videos are monetized or not, whether they have gray check marks or green check marks, the amount of, like, attention you're getting from this situation, there is gonna be many ways, especially behind the scenes, where you can make a monetary gain off of this. Like, bro, it is quite clear and obvious that in some sort of ways you were benefiting from this whole situation and exposing Mr.Beast. Like, bro, I just thought that was completely obvious. But, like, yeah, like, bro. He tried to seem so virtuous with this John, saying like, oh yeah, these videos not monetized, these videos aren't making any money, but yet you're putting out very, very defamatory allegations that are getting disproved one by one. Like, this John.
It's like the whole point of this is the video's not monetized, it's on a new account.
Wait, what do you mean that's the whole point? You didn't say that.
Like, you know, in the description of my video, it says, or in the intro too, it says this is not monetized, because if it's monetized, then people think I'm just doing it for clout and money.
But you're doing it to expose the truth on woke media.
Well, you did.
Exactly.
No,
doing it to expose the truth.
If anything, Ludwig fumbled this because he just literally gave him a way out. Like, if he didn't say that, like I want you to listen to this conversation.
Because if it's monetized, then people think I'm just doing it for clout and money.
But you're doing it to expose the truth on woke media.
But you're doing it to expose the truth on woke media. Say if Ludwig didn't say that, what would have been DogPack's response after this? Would he have said that himself? Oh no, I'm doing this to expose the truth. But the main way his mind was on the fact of, oh yeah, no, I'm just doing this not to make cheese. Like, I'm trying to figure. Dang, Ludwig messed this up so bad. I would have been so curious to see what he would have said if Ludwig didn't say that, because
what was his response?
He just agreed off of what Ludwig says. Like, oh yeah, no, I'm just doing it to expose the truth.
To allow him to say it.
It's not because of the money and all that, bro. Nah, bro, the video's not monetized. I would have wanted to know what he said if Ludwig didn't say that.
Okay, so then what's your purpose of doing it?
Yeah, like
to allow
so
him to say it. Yeah,
like what are you doing this for? Oh, you know what I'm saying? Because you know that Mr. Beast is a bad company or whatever, John. I don't know, but
exactly.
But you're doing it to expose the truth on woke media.
Exactly.
This is textbook manipulation. Him saying he's not gaining anything out of these videos is extremely deceptive. He gained 700,000 loyal subscribers, collaborations with huge creators, which he's clearly trying to abuse, and it's all built on lies, deceit, and manipulation. If there is one person who gained anything from all this, it's DogPack. And purely out of principle, I'm putting a mid-roll ad here. Here DogPack talks about how Mr.Beast scammed everyone by having people pay to get their memes sent to the moon, the rocket exploding, and them not offering refunds. First of all, people have shown proof of getting refunds even before the failed launch, just because it took longer than expected. Second of all, have you thought about a second launch? And as usual, I don't just have to take Dustin's word for it.
Yeah, this part is like a non-factor too, bro. Like, like you paid $10 to put a picture on a John. Yes, you should get your $10 filled out for the purpose that you spent it. But like, bro, you spent $10 to put a picture on the moon, bro. How about we focus on spending that John on food or bills? Like, let's not do that. I don't know, so this part's a non-factor to me. Like,
the news article, which you put in your proof document, literally states the following. However, failure would not mean the end for S Robotic, which is the company Mr. Beast paid to carry a copy of the hard drive filled with the memes. It's certainly going to have some impact on our relationships and our ability to secure additional missions in the future. S Robotic already has a contract to fly another robotic lunar lander mission for NASA later this year. And this conveniently went unmentioned in your video.
3 years later, the spaceship finally launched, carrying beautiful pictures of deceased loved ones to the moon, where they would be immortalized. It fucking exploded.
Side note here, DogPack also uses another very manipulative tactic where he shows this stinky, dinky scrap metal rocket instantly exploding, which made people believe that Mr. Beast was really trying to nickel and dime this entire space mission, while in reality the actual spacecraft
He's pulling the commentary method, like where some of the clips you'll show like won't actually be of what you're talking about, but it'll be like a representation of what you are. Like, so say for instance, we're talking about somebody within an article or something, and instead of showing like that thing, like you'll show like a more exaggerated version of that to build more hype for the video so people want to keep watching. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, I gotta get off YouTube. It's bad that I can point all of this out, bro. I don't go outside, man. I ain't gonna lie.
It's okay.
Bomboclad.
It's gonna come back
Bomboclad!
in a good way.
The hard drive was a high-quality Vulcan Centaur rocket made in collaboration with NASA as well as the ULA.
Vulcan rocket, launching a new era in spaceflight to the moon and beyond.
Stinky dinky rocket, high quality spacecraft carrying the hard drive with memes from Mr. Beast. DogPack's manipulation, reality. But Soggy, what about the insider knowledge he has from working there?
In my opinion, as somebody who worked for Mr. Beast,
it has been proven time and time again, he only worked there for 20 workdays.
Got fired quick.
I need y'all
beg
to keep
LaCoy.
And beg LaCoy to have a job. Can I have a second chance, please, but I really like you, and you fired me from this job, and I really like.
He said other companies wanted him, but he wanted to be at this one.
I didn't get to work at Mr.
Then you
Beast.
shouldn't beg if other companies wanted you to work there.
Like Dawson, bro. Your dream of glazing Mr. Beast failed, bro. You didn't have to do all this, bro. You just look crazy. But that's the main point. Let me get back to this and not yet. Yeah, I need y'all to keep in mind 20 work days. Y'all know how y'all go to school Monday through Friday? You know what I'm saying? That's him. He went to work there Monday through Friday 4 times. That's it. 4 times. That's it.
Yeah. And he's a man. He knows everything.
And he knows everything. He quite did have a lot of Mr. Beast insiders. Yeah. A lot of people leaking him information. Yet we don't know a single name. Yet we got through this video. And for Soggy, we already got 3 people with faces. Garrett, Dustin, Kara, and the other lady that we saw in the beginning. So actually 4.
Wow.
Yeah, this guy is most definitely the disgruntled employee.
As a new employee in like a 250 to 300 employee company, you're not gonna get much credible insider knowledge in 20 days. But he also had anonymous text messages from ex-Mr. Beast employees. Well, see, I have 2 notes on that. One is that I feel like anonymous text messages can be used as tangible proof if either you have the receipts to back them up, or you as a person can be trusted to not have faked or manipulated them. Which, I don't think we can trust Dawson on that one. And 2, even if those messages are from legitimate ex-Mr.Beast employees, they're wrong. This text, for example, which DogPack uses as a foundation for Mr.Beast rigging his challenges, according to them, after a shift change in the 100 Boys v Girls video, no girls were eliminated when closing off their circles, so it was...
I'm like, okay, word, so the thing is rigged, fine, that's cool. What about the part where they were saying that, bro, some of the employees in the Mr.Beast zone were harassing the girls and all that, making them feel weird? Can we talk about that?
Yeah, see, you said that too, right? Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, y'all don't understand. I was on this Mr.Beast drama. I was on this, like, if this John was like, you know, them college essays they would try to get you to write, bro. I was on it like this. Like, I'm like, bro, we don't care about this anymore. Like,
pretty much rigged. They think? Okay. Love the lack of confidence in their own claims, and the lack of confidence makes sense. Because if you simply watch the 100 Girls v Boys video, you can clearly see a girl got eliminated during that part of the challenge. And in this behind the scenes video, you can even see how many cameras they had to make sure the challenge wasn't rigged.
So we could constantly monitor it. This is the kind of stuff we don't normally show. We had to have 6 or 7 people here monitoring every angle, because if they just touch the red line, they're out.
He also used this video as a prime example of Mr.Beast never using random subscribers, even though multiple people who can be identified by their nameplate can be proven to be random, non-influencer contestants from outside of North Carolina.
They are never random subscribers. If you subscribe, you will not win $1 million.
I subscribed to Mr. Beast and literally won $1 million.
Oh, that contestant had to get out for her job? I guess you forgot she's your hiring manager. I actually recognize a lot of people in this video, including Jimmy's own girlfriend.
Yeah, Dawson. Because they were filling in for contestants who had COVID at the time. You can see Mr. Beast's girlfriend publicly talking about this in a podcast from years ago.
I remember. What? I remember the third video we watched. I totally disregarded her. I was like, bro, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, what information am I supposed to get from her? Like, what information are we supposed to take
that's when they broke up, right?
Yeah, like what? And then I remember that he was talking about like her TikTok and Gram, and I was like, bro, what are we supposed to really get from this John, bro? Like,
by the way,
I saw on your Twitter that you were in the video 100 girls versus 100 boys for $500,000.
Yes, that was an accident. On the day, everybody had to go for COVID tests, and a lot of people came, got their COVID tests, and they tested positive. And the girls somehow ended up with way too little contestants. So I got a call randomly from the studio, and they're like, we need a female.
What, you wanted them to let contestants with COVID participate in the challenge? And in this podcast, she also says that the contestants were informed beforehand that even if they lost, they'd still receive the $5,000 prize money.
Which was the plot twist. Even if you leave, you get to keep the $5,000, which makes it easier for people to leave the circle.
Yeah.
So the goal was, it was sort of a psychological test, really.
And the people know that if they left, that they would still win.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was the big plot twist, which I'm a huge fan of.
So not only were you wrong on all accounts, this is probably the worst video you could have possibly tried building your case on, that Mr. Beast challenges are rigged, and then you're only
better off with the 7 days on the raft, bro. He was better off with that.
Another example of this accusation is the "in 10 minutes this room will explode" video.
Oh, I wanted this. I wanted the explanation about this. Remember, he was saying that, like, oh yeah, the producers off the John, like off camera, was releasing the water out, so like this whole John was fake. I'm like, yeah, I want to context on this.
Video, meaning that time elapses the same in the video as it does in real life. And the timer is clearly added in post.
Okay, this is just getting embarrassing at this point, but you sent me this picture, Dawson, to seem more credible by proving you were on the set of a video. And if you look real closely at the picture that you took, you'll notice that it's a set from the 10-minute video, where you can see that the timer was in fact not added in.
Yo, Dawson got a humiliation kink, bro. He got humiliation kink. Yo, this is embarrassing right here. This is embarrassing.
That's what Soggy Cereal just said.
Yeah, so, nah. The producers all set to this picture too. I feel that.
Yo, man. It's just some things just stop. Like,
And like, I'm not gonna lie, you could say personal bias, but like, bro, this John is just
post.
So you could assume that producers might be off camera with remote switches to trigger the flow of water.
Assume my ass. You didn't assume shit. You're breaking your NDA by spreading confidential info you knew from being on that set. And yes, I do give permission to anyone whose life got damaged by Dawson French to use my video against him in court.
The producers might know how long.
Thank you.
Johnny Somali treatment.
Yeah,
Lovely.
exactly. That's the first thing I thought about. I'm like, okay,
Lovely.
let's push that and use that, and okay.
Lovely.
Taste for the water to clear out of the room, so they can sort of decide on the fly how many turns of the valve it takes, or just when to trigger the water in general to make the results close.
No, they did it for safety.
We do a lot of things off screen for safety, like the water valve thing. We needed to be able to remote trigger them.
Yes.
Which we also had safety divers hiding. So I guess Dawson could also say they helped make the video more tense. Yo, Dawson.
Dawson is just trying to get
let me let y'all
get the guy off.
No, this is one of my favorite quotes. I really do want to let y'all with this, bro, because y'all seen all of Dawson John right now. Y'all could agree he is like the perfect archetypal build for a disgruntled employee, right? I'm gonna leave y'all with this quote. And Mom, you even tell me how it feels. Comparison is the thief of joy. Please do not compare yourself, be jealous or envious of anyone else. Just focus on your own goals and keep making, like, you know what I'm saying, your version of your life, your future happen yourself. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Dawson wanted to be Mr.Beast so bad. He wanted to work on Mr.Beast. He's doing all of this, and this literally legitimately, if Mr.Beast decides to get that defamation lawsuit I kept talking about earlier done, this ruined his life because he wanted to be Mr.Beast and John so bad. This completely might have destroyed his life. So yeah, don't stop comparing yourself to other people. Stop wanting to be other people. Find a way to do things in your own way. With your own.
Be yourself.
Yeah, be yourself, because this is just embarrassing at this point for real.
As to not force someone to exert extreme force trying to turn valves underwater in a room submerged in water. Just like they replaced contestants who had COVID with employees because for safety reasons. A thing you so vehemently claim they lack at the company. Same with this video, where a safety team forced the Mr.Beast crew off of their raft in the 7 Days Stranded at Sea video for about an hour because of this dangerous lightning storm. Wait, what was it you said again?
You can clearly see there's no one in the shelter. These are their empty beds. But
I'll even admit, I was kind of on his side with this show, because I'm like, it's empty. Like, where did they go? Technically, they hop off the raft. But that was without the context of there being a crazy storm. So I'm not. Oh well, actually, no, it's not, because in the video you can see it's just storm. But then again, I don't know if they did tell us in the video that they would. Well, no, I'd imagine they wouldn't tell us in the video he hopped off, because
no, yeah, they didn't in the original video. No, they didn't, because I remember watching.
So then I don't know. I feel like this would just be on. This is one of those things where like it's just up to your opinion. Me personally, if they were gonna really die, if they could potentially really die and it was life threatening, and they had to get off the raft for a little bit or whatever to get up to John, then fine, bro.
Yeah,
I don't want
I'm
them
happy
to die.
they did.
It's not that bad, bro. I'm not about to be like, yeah, bro, you have to die. Stand on your business for this challenge, bro. Nah. But to say that he's faking all his videos because of one situation about this where they could have potentially died is crazy. And that was the point I was really trying to make.
Spend the night soaked, Jimmy. You slept on the production yacht.
Oh yeah. You lied about them allegedly sleeping on a luxurious production yacht. No, they were forced to stay on a rusty barge for about an hour for their own safety and went back on their raft as soon as a life-threatening lightning storm passed. And here is video proof from the rusty barge.
Oh, where's the raft at though? Oh, it's just sitting out there.
Wow, what a luxurious yacht! Now you can still argue about the fact that they went off of the raft, but I don't think it's faking a challenge when you're forced by your safety.
You know what's funny? Let me go back to Jake real quick. We got behind the scenes video of them on the barge for the raft video. Yet we don't got no behind the scenes Johns on you apparently getting more crimes committed against you. We still don't have that to this day. We have a picture. Yo, Jake, you're a loser. Please stop making videos. It's ridiculous.
Team to leave your raft once to get on a rusty barge for about an hour to sit out a life-threatening lightning storm, to then get back on the raft as soon as possible, it's making sure people don't die. On one side, you're preaching, the Mr.Beast company isn't safe enough.
Wow.
But then you use every single example of them actually implementing safety protocols against them as if they're doing it to rig challenges or not always use random subscribers. Do I really have to explain why they don't use complete strangers in challenges that include a man and a woman having to stay together in a small enclosed space for 100 days? Pick a side, Dawson.
Yeah, like he's really an idiot for that, bro. Like, of course you can't just get two direct strangers, bro. I'm sorry to tell y'all, but humanity is deplorable, bro. Deplorable bad. I don't know if y'all ever, like, go check the news anymore because Twitter and John exist. Yeah, bro, people be doing a lot of... Forget NSFW. It's not safe for anyone. NSFA. So, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is exactly why Jones like this is set in place. But then we got heads like Dawson over here, bro. It's just... What does he have left to gain after this? Like, there is nothing. Like,
you want them to fucking die for a challenge, or do you want them to be saved? That's why the 24 people in a circle for $1 million video didn't get published, which Dawson insinuates was some elaborate scheme to force more people.
Dawson, if they don't have triggers on the John for the 10-minute video, right, and he gets in that John and something malfunction and he drowns and dies, who's liable for this, John?
Exactly.
Mr.Beast company, bro? It's not probably gonna be you, but it's gonna be Mr.Beast. Like, yo, he's really an idiot, bro. Of course they gotta have some type of John, bro. Bro, the majority of people that watch these videos is kids, bro. Kids is not about to be out here like, oh, well, did you see the little button right there on the remote thing? Oh my God, that guy cheated. Bro, these is young bulls, bro. Bro, they serving up the lunch leaves, watching the Hawk 2 podcast, Street Prime, loving their cheese moldy.
Feasibles is in it.
Talking about, I'm about to phantom tax you the pizza, bro. Like, bro, stop, bro. Come on, bro. This guy
to buy shirts and then they'd run away with the profits.
We're gonna have 24 people. We're gonna put them in 24 different circles. $1 million on the line. Have some fun. You know what I'm saying?
Also, this video never happened. There is no Mr.Beast video of 24 people in circles competing for $1 million. Right. So, like, did they just pocket the money or what?
Well, again, it was because of peak COVID. And this time, out of the contestants...
Okay, no, and that's a good point to bring up. He's probably gonna get into that. But even if he did it and did pocket the money, these people bought shirts and knew what they were getting into. That's why I thought the Lottie's argument as a whole, even if it was illegal, was stupid in itself. Because again, and I keep bringing up that lady's story, she said verbatim on that joint, she bought 5 shirts and couldn't afford it because she thought she was gonna probably win like $1,000 or a Tesla or something. She didn't win. Newsflash, she didn't win. So whose fault is that? Because you knew this was already gonna be out the chance. Mr.Beast has millions of viewers, bro. Again,
millions.
You have to take some kind of accountability at some point. There has to be the self-accountability, bro. So even if he did pocket the cheese, you went into it knowing, yes, I'm about to buy a hoodie from Mr.Beast. I'm giving him money. Like, that's what, bro. But hey, the league, most of the lotteries was wrong anyway. So
Who took part in that 24 people in the circle for $1 million challenge? Explain what happened. I've heard that you were in the 24 people in a circle compete for $1 million challenge.
Yep.
Can you talk a bit about how you were invited to that challenge, what kind of happened, why it was never published?
Mr.Beast started that 24-hour live stream where he was signing t-shirts and giving stuff away for that challenge. So I threw that on. I'm like, look, we'll just put this on in the background. We'll watch it the whole time. And he's giving away tickets, and I just kept blowing up the comment section. I didn't even buy a shirt. I won one of the invitations through the comment section on YouTube.
For free, as like a free participation, no purchase necessary, I guess.
Yeah, during like the height of COVID and everything. It was actually in November. We quarantined for 2 weeks. It was a super nice hotel, like, 2 bedrooms. They'd bring meals to our room 3 times a day. It was good food. Just wanting to keep everybody safe and make sure that we're doing protocols the best way that we could to engage in this video. We all COVID tested, did a giant circle. There was 24 of us, and right in the middle there's $1 million. And we competed for a few days. All of a sudden, in the middle of the night, one of the subcontractors that worked for the team came in and kind of rushed the gun and didn't wait for his COVID results. And he tested positive. And Jimmy came out and he's like, guys, I hate to do this, but one of the guys on the crew has tested positive. I got to keep you all safe. So they canceled the video and they apologized. They sent us all home with 10 grand as an apology. After the new year in January or something like that, we actually got the call again that they were going to refilm this video. And they brought us all back out. And they're like, it's not going to be a 2-week quarantine. We're going to do like a 4 or 5 day quarantine. And during that period of time, pretty much everybody got COVID, including myself. Like, he's just like, I'm so sorry, but like, we literally just, we can't do it because everybody's sick, but we'll make it up to you in the future. And again, even then, he gave us like financial contributions to help.
Did they split just like the $1 million over everyone?
Exactly.
Or they just split the entire $1 million prize money over every 24 contestants.
They took the $1 million and divided it through the 24.
They gave you
plus 10 bands. Plus 10 bands.
Yes.
And 3. Yeah,
that's 100,000.
How about to say where the slash at? There we go. Woo! Plus 10. Plus 10. 50 bands for every person. 50 bands. Oh man, bro. Oh
wow.
Man. Yeah, Dawson, this ain't looking too good. Nah, but in fairness to this, okay, say the situation did happen with the with the $1 million, 24 people or whatever, right? That's cool and that's great that they were compensated well and treated well during that time. But then I would argue like, okay, if they were good during this time, what's happening with these people with the Beast games? You know, like about the whole Beast Games Amazon junk, because they were saying people was wearing them trash bags, they wasn't getting they underwear, they wasn't getting they Jones, they wasn't good in the hotels, they didn't have nothing to eat.
We gotta see if that's true.
So is that true? Because like, bro, at this point, like, don't know.
You guys, $1,240,000 in total, I guess.
To stay in a hotel room.
Jesus Christ. You guys get the point that this guy is about as trustworthy as Richard Nixon during Watergate. And at this point, he has broken his NDA, committed serious defamation time and time again, and in the process harmed not just Mr. Beast, but also several other innocent people, who clearly mean nothing more to him than collateral damage. I'm actually surprised people don't want this guy sued, but hey, I'm no lawyer, so I don't know what's illegal, so I called one.
I don't know. Actually, do I? I feel like just the grounds on which he could get sued for the defamation. I know I've yapped about that many times during this, John, but like the grounds is just there. If these are all literally with evidence, like visual facts that this can be disproved, bro, this is straight defamation, bro. You lied, you lied on my name. So if you're Mr. Beast and you're Mr. Beast company, you can sue, bro.
What Dawson is doing is surely not legal. By now, the results of an investigation done into the Mr.Beast LLC by an external third-party law firm have been shared and completely aligns with all of the evidence I've found. So if at this point you still choose to believe this guy, I kindly want to ask you to stop watching my video and continue putting crayons up your nose while drooling over DogPack's face.
Hey!
What, however, is legal is the second illegal lottery.
But almost any clip you do find will have some new violation of internet gambling or sweepstakes laws.
I thought it was him. I was like, keep going. Wait, let's go. Wait, it's literally like his initial. Who is it? My cousin. Wait, really?
Actually, that's illegal.
Actually, that's not illegal. Only immediate family can partake in your sweepstakes, and the cousin is not immediate family. It would have been illegal to exclude Chandler's cousin unless if specified in the rules of that specific giveaway. And your snippet isn't from those rules. It's from some lawyer's equivalent to Stack Overflow.
So here's a clip of Tyler forging, or not, maybe not forging, using Mr. Beast's signature. And again, I'm not a lawyer. I think this is fraud.
Maybe ask your immediate lawyer next time, because your opinions are fucking stupid. It's completely legal and fine to use someone else's signature if they gave you formal consent to do so, and it doesn't devalue the signature.
Months later.
When he's right there, standing there there.
Bro, come on, let's be honest here. We've all had a note that the teacher gave us that everybody be like, yo, go get your mom, go get your pops to sign this. They ain't putting out a drop of ink on that joint. You already know they didn't. Because guess who did? You did. And I did. So, bro, you ain't think this type of junk could happen on this? But even if still, the bulls buying Mr. Beast shirts are two people. A kid with an access to their mom's credit card, or they mom. Like, bro, they don't care which bull actually signed the shirt, bro. They a young bull, bro. They dumb, bro. They see Mr.Beast, they go dur mode.
They
bro.
still doing that in school.
And that's not even me trying to make fun of like Jen Alfred on them bulls, and I usually tell about them. It's like, bro, I really just don't feel like it's that serious. But if this y'all legitimately was not a scam because you can't be immediate family, which again, the guy Tyler or whatever is not to Mr.Beast. It's done and over with, bro.
Later, MrBeast signed shirts again, but this time it was a 24-hour live stream with way more illegal lotteries.
Nope. MrBeast had no purchase necessary in the description, and even though they did say things like,
would you guys prefer that we throw money in random orders or that we throw items in random orders?
Yeah. Somebody screamed in chat, I want to switch.
Hey,
buy a shirt.
If they ended up picking out of both free and paid entries for those giveaways behind the scenes, which there is no reason to believe they didn't, well, then that is legal in live streams. However, I do agree that it's very scummy and manipulative advertising in my opinion. Now, even though I have disproven
and that's
most
fair
of these...
That's fair enough if you want to believe that, and that's fair too, bro. I ain't gonna lie, because you could think like, oh, they're just doing this to look even more good. They're just doing this for more PR, bro, to make themselves look so great because they're giving away mad free Jones. Hey, bro, would you rather this or clip farming? Let's be honest. Like, let's really be honest. Would you rather this or clip farming? Would you rather, even if it's like mainly pushed out to children, corny and all that type of John, bro, would you rather this or bulls clip farming, bulls going out making these crazy Johns, bulls being Johnny Somalis? And again, that's not me trying to glaze Mr.Beast again. No shaboings, bro.
Oh, we should be getting to Mr.Beast soon, right?
Yeah, no,
we getting to Jimmy?
I'm saying we getting down to it. We got about like 20-something minutes left, so should be
the
coming
accusations.
soon.
There's still a few that I have to investigate deeper. I mean, since DogPack404 declined every interview offer, the only other place I could dig up the truth is in the belly of the beast. Every interview offer, the only...
There's another lie. Resident CCTV videos weeks after this, and the DMs were in fact insane. I'm retired, done with beasts unless they provoke me again. My DMs are insane. If I leak them all, it would be...
Other place I could dig up the truth is in the belly of the beast.
Oh man, North Carolina?
Isn't that the boring part of the US?
Oh well.
Now, on my 8-hour sleep-deprived flight, I had a lot of time to think and watch Minions, and there was one question that just kept bugging me. Why did DogPack commit such serious defamation and violate his NDA? Why risk your entire life just to spread lies about a YouTuber? So, I went over everything I knew about DogPack to try and figure out his motivation. I rewatched his first 2 job applications for MrBeast, which both got denied, and they seemed obsessive at best and pretentiously unprofessional at worst. I went over his personal Reddit account, that 5-head guy, which, for the geriatrics watching, 5-head is hip internet lingo for when a person says something very smart, so he's calling himself very smart, which is pretty pretentious and cringe. And I was starting
I'm
to
about to say, anyone who says they're smart is an idiot.
see multiple patterns, hundreds of obsessive posts and comments on the MrBeast subreddit. New MrBeast interview just dropped, feasible designs, him being pretentious saying he would do shorts better than the current shorts team at MrBeast, rants whenever people criticized his video
it's like
idea.
not only was he the disgruntled employee, he was the obsessive Redditor too.
Yeah, now it's like he's really weird now.
Oh my god, bro.
He's like, I don't know what we say parasocial, but he's like worse than that. He's like scary weird, like a stalker.
He's parasocial.
Yeah, he's like a stalker or something.
Another third 15-minute long obsessive MrBeast job application where he goes into depth on...
No. Pitching ideas until something happens day 10. So you're making videos each day in a row consecutive. Bro, oh my god, he's obsessed, bro. He's obsessed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's weird.
I'm trying to tell you, like I said earlier, comparison is a thief of joy. Do not do this, bro. You will destroy your whole life. You will ruin your life.
15-minute long obsessive MrBeast job application where he goes into depth on viewer psychology, showcasing how aware he is of how every small piece of a video can be used to manipulate the viewer in one way or another. It now made sense why Dawson used the exact same Content Cop outfit as iDubbbz, or why he kept repeating his videos weren't monetized, or how he was able to frame and manipulate every every lie as if it were the truth. It really all was viewer manipulation? This entire Reddit account just seems like the online embodiment of an unhealthy Mr.Beast obsession. So then I went over his erratic DMs to me where he threatened to slander me with nothing but false claims. Luckily when he did that, I still had bulletproof receipts. He threatened to slander me with nothing but
you researched Eric but didn't see the video that dropped a month before yours. You just coincidentally found only the exact same evidence he found, even using the same exact frames. I'm having a statistician run the odds. I present my case to the public and you present yours.
False claims. Luckily when he did that, I still had bulletproof receipts, so Dawson had no choice but to back down. Nonetheless, this once again proved to me how DogPack accuses and tries silencing people without any fact-checking and completely tries warping the truth to push his personal agenda. So, was he really just doing all this because his ego couldn't accept the fact that he got fired from his dream job after only 3 weeks at...
Yes. That's exactly what it is. I'm trying to tell you. And that's where his downfall was, bro. He was so obsessed. Like, his dream was legitimately to work at Mr.Beast, bro. And that rejection literally sent him in like a psychological spiral.
But then he got a job there and got fired after 20 days.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's what sent him into psychological spiral, bro. This was his dream. This was what he really wanted to do. What he really was dedicating his life to. He was sitting there every day in the Mr.Beast subreddit on Reddit posting videos about his knowledge about trying to find the exact thing to really get down human like audience retention, bro. That bad for 10 days straight, bro. He really wanted, this was his dream and he got shut down. That John really destroyed him. I'm trying to tell you, it destroyed him psychologically. He started doing, that's when he started doing them shrooms. He was talking about he was doing bath salts and John. He started making these videos and now look where this got him. Tough.
A YouTuber he was obsessed with? Maybe I'm gonna get some more answers at the Mr.Beast company, but for now, I'll just rewatch Minions for a third time.
8 hours on that plane.
Shoot, man, planes is crazy.
Hi, Dustin Harris. You are the rogue employee, and I first of all wanted to ask you what you do at Mr.Beast, what your role is, and why you decided to reach out and correct some of the accusations that have been made.
I worked for Jimmy almost 6 years, going on 6 years. I've been a writer, director, producer, production coordinator, an assistant, an executive assistant, head of production, head of creative, head of construction, you name it. I've done everything that I can do in this company, and not just to see people slander the work that you've done, but to know that it's lies and misinformation.
I feel that, but then again, like, okay. There's a lot of things, man. There's a lot of things, and I'm really happy that he's talking to someone in person that has a face that they want to show is not anonymous. They're anonymous, bro. He's here. He's right there. But my thing is, like, if you felt the way that they were slandering the content that was going on with Mr.Beast, they were slandering Mr.Beast as a company, y'all had, like, months now to respond. Just now today, or yesterday, or whatever, around this week, Jimmy's just now doing a response interview. These allegations, all this stuff has been going on for months. Y'all should have been got to this, bro. I understand it takes time to fully do investigations. It took 3 months for their supposed investigation. Well, not supposed. We went over it. Yeah, go watch that video or whatever. But like, it just took too long. We should have been had a response out.
Make anybody speak up, to be honest.
Hi, Emily. You worked at Mr.Beast. Can you tell me how long you've been working there?
I've been working there for shortly over a year as of like 4 days ago. I'm the ideation strategist right now, ideation generator, coordinator, so that's my official title.
That's crazy. We got whole teams to come up with just ideas, bro. That's wild.
If I remember correctly, that's really wild. Also where Dawson worked, or for the internet, DogPack404 worked. Yeah. So he worked closely together with you.
Yeah. It was me and him in the department.
And the funny part is, he lost it because of his own bravado.
Yeah, like
because you wanted to suggest that we do 100 boob jobs. 1,000 boob jobs. You wanted to suggest that Jimmy does every drug under the sun.
What kind of idea?
And then you out here begging LaKoya for the job for a second chance, bro.
Nah,
you embarrassed yourself.
Boobs? Nah.
You embarrassed yourself.
You gotta
go. For about 2 weeks, it was just the two of us, and Hoodie was overseeing us.
Everybody calls me Hoodie because all I did like back in the day, 8 years ago, was run my own YouTube channel, youtube.com/Hoodie. I got to work all over in different departments. I've been in creative, I've been in ideation right now as far as thumbnail.
When you're saying ideation manager, I guess then you were the manager of Dawson or DogPack404.
I was the manager of DogPack404 for a time being.
I've heard some stories of people feeling kind of off when he was hired, and I was wondering, why did you hire him?
I didn't hire that guy.
Oh,
no, I inherited that man.
Oh, okay, you didn't. Okay, how did that come to be then?
You want to know? So the real thing that actually happened was.
Hey, I ain't hired that.
Nah, I ain't hired that guy.
bro.
Yeah, I ain't hired that guy. I inherited him.
I ain't know that guy.
They just said, let him please let him try something so he can stop harassing us. That's what it was.
Nah, bro, hold on, bro. Don't push that on me, though.
Let's give him a couple
He
weeks.
applied to Beast while I was still the creative manager. He applied to Beast twice, and I saw his interview and went, interesting. He's got an analytical brain.
Yeah.
That's not creative. Like, what he's talking about just won't fit what we're trying to do with our videos. So I turned him down the first time.
Okay.
Then he applies a second time a couple months later.
To ideation, I guess.
Still the creative.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, nah, this guy's still like, he's got like an interesting mind, but I don't know. I think he'd probably fit somewhere else in like a different department or a different channel. Who knows? He's clearly smart, but nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. A void opened up, something random happened. He spawned in on the channel, just randomly in ideation. I got summoned into a room and got told by our leaders, they're like, hey, there's a gap in ideation and thumbnail. I need somebody to go in there and help. Can you be that guy? And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go in.
Okay.
And I went in, and that's the first time I met Dawson.
Dawson sent me a screenshot of messages he had between you and him. Can you just verify that these are real? These are...
Yes,
yeah, okay,
those
so
messages are between me and Dawson.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a bit about your relationship with Dawson during both of you guys working there? Was there something that felt off?
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, me and Dawson were cordial. Like, I tried to keep it professional. I think he tried his best to keep it professional, but I will say it was a little...
Is this where the diddler allegations come in, bro? No. I'm expecting every single time we get into this type of John, diddler allegations immediately, bro. I be waiting on them Jones, bro. I swear to God. I the way she was going into it too, like, yo, cause my man Soggy's here was like, yo, man, he make you feel like uncomfortable. I was like, oh no, bro. Oh no. I was like, no.
He probably a little uncomfortable with just me and him in the office.
Oh my, did you hear what she just said?
Yeah. I will say it was a little uncomfortable with just me and him in the office. He seemed pretty disinterested in making genuine connections with people at the company. He gave weird vibes for sure.
Oh my God.
I felt like very uncomfortable working in the office with him. He didn't.
We're never beating the allegations. We're never beating the allegations. Oh no.
Didn't seem to work too well with others.
Okay.
It seemed like he had no respect for Hoodie. He didn't take any of Hoodie's advice. It seemed like he didn't think he knew what Hoodie was doing. But yeah, Dawson definitely did not like Hoodie. Did not like Hoodie, did not show him any respect, even though he was his superior and he was trying to train him into being a better ideation strategist.
So there was a leaked document about like work culture, and there was a line in there, no doesn't mean no, and it has a pretty negative
I forgot about this. This was interesting. Oh, the Mr.Beast, like the doc for hiring new employees, and then it was talking about like no doesn't mean no, and then it was like it was just seeming crazy, like it was just wild. Yeah, so I want some context on this because this did seem really wild. I remember reading this.
And I was wondering, because you as a woman working at Beast, what was your reaction when reading that no doesn't mean no thing? And
so I actually wrote that part. That's why it's funny. Yeah, because I actually wrote this thing with Jimmy.
And you know what's funny? I didn't even think they were gonna push that narrative, bro. Like, oh, you as a woman. I didn't think we were even pushing the narrative. I feel it because this is ridiculous. No matter if you dude, woman, the stop sign, like it don't even matter. Like, no doesn't mean no. It's crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
The whole reason why this thing exists in the first place is because we are growing so fast, people-wise. It's like, okay, how do we give them artificial Jimmy time? Like, how do we teach them what CTR is, teach them what 1 out of 10 is? Like, how do you say, okay, this is how we think about creative, this is how...
Well, Google. But CTR is click-through rate, and 1 out of 10 means that video is doing the best out of the last 10 videos you posted.
Okay.
So, hey man, we do YouTube. Now let me stop playing. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, bro, I would imagine it is hard for somebody that doesn't do YouTube and social media to understand these type of things. But I just feel like the way that she might have worded that document definitely could have been worded so much better. Because in hindsight, that does obviously, in hindsight, but also with the foresight of seeing this, like, yeah, it just didn't look good, bro. It really doesn't.
Take what it takes to be successful here, based off of the hard things we got to do. That's the intent behind the document, right? No doesn't mean no is wildly taken out of context, I think, in this situation, because in the way that we mean it, it's a sales tactic. It's like, again, like I mentioned, like you call a crane operator and go, hey man, I need you to drop a jet from your crane, and they're like, huh? No, I can't do that, right? And so for us, it's more like, well, why can't you do that? And they're like, oh, well, I don't have the manpower to do this. And it's like, okay, well, how do we help you get past that, right? Can we help get you more labor? Is it like that's what it means. Because
I can see where she's coming from with that argument. Basically, she's saying like, oh, you know how, like I tell mom, I'm like, yo, mom, I'm not gonna lie, I'm trying to build a water park in the backyard, and then mom's like, no, you're not. And then I asked mom, why can't I? Because you don't got the resources to do this. Nah, mom, I got a 50-man construction team outside, so why can't we build a water park?
Nah, we still ain't got enough space.
Yeah, we still, yeah, know, mom,
I'm gonna keep going.
It wasn't happening regardless.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going, but no, you gonna keep, like, you gonna try to convince me.
My favorite dust particles are outside, so we can't do that. What? But I get, y'all get the implementation, or like the,
I get it.
The implementation. Oh my God, I can't even use the freaking word. Y'all get the point she's trying to get across. Like, basically, they think, nah, we can't do this, because we don't have the resources. These people aren't serious. Like, yo, get off my phone, you trolling. And they're like, no, like, bro. No, the perfect example was the one they used actually in the document.
Yeah, what she just said, though.
What's up?
What she just said was perfect.
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'm like, yo, I don't know. Yo, y'all try to explain what mom was talking about. I don't know.
We wouldn't have a company if we stopped at no at face value.
I know.
Yeah.
I know she's giving an example because she's explaining what the gentleman's supposed to imply. I'm talking about like a physical example to really explain what she's talking about. Because obviously you can sit here and understand like, oh yeah, she does it. Basically, they're taking the doc out of context. But I'm trying to explain like physically what the context would be. If you go to Dollar Tree, you walk in there and be like, yo, you know everything's $1. Or most things in Dollar Tree.
$1.25.
Some John $7. but before everything in Dollar Tree used to be $1. If you walk in there and be like, yo, I'm trying to buy everything in the store, the manager gonna laugh at you, be like, yo, get out, bro. I need to stop trolling. Y'all wasting my time. But then if I show you $1 million check, I really can't buy this. Now you might start being like, you might pique interest. Like, okay, wait. Nah, they serious. That's basically what she's saying. But I feel what you're saying. Her example is good too.
Perfect.
The fact that they can just even clear all this up is just good in it as a result. But I still think it should have been Jimmy doing all of this.
Right? Because if everybody that told us no, we couldn't do some of the crazy things that we've done. In no sense of the word, in the context means, like, as a female, if somebody comes up to me and says an improper comment, like, they keep trying. Like, not at all.
Okay,
you know
because that was kind of concerning, I guess. But
not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
Like, in any sense of the word, it's like, no, like, it's a sales tactic. It's been around long before, like, we put it down on paper.
The truth of the matter is we were 4.5 weeks out of that video and we didn't have a hole or a train. And I don't know if you know anything about digging dirt, but it takes a long time to dig a hole that deep. And the location we ended up shooting it at happens to be a close personal friend of mine, and just happened to have a 50-foot deep quarry that was already dug. And the creative behind the video was that it was an 80-foot hole. So I had to get it dug another 30 feet in 4 weeks, which...
Oh my God, bro! He had a connection, so the video's fake! Like, bro,
limestone is a lot to do.
Exactly.
So we hired a massive excavating team to come out and dig the other 30 feet out. And then the reason that the hole is CG'd in the video is because of safety, right? We needed to create a back wall that the train wouldn't crash into and potentially kill people. So the hole is a little bit bigger than the video that we put lifts and cameras on that were far enough away that the train wouldn't hit them and no one would die, right? So it was all a safety concern. It was not about faking a hole at all.
War crime stuff, that was a joke. Why did you make that joke?
I didn't work on that video. I was in the company at the time. I was working on a separate project, and I got a call, and they were like, hey, Jake's not doing so hot. And so I came in, and the assessment was accurate. He was not doing so hot. I just kind of I was talking to him, I was trying to cheer him up, and I made that joke. It's a war crime. I didn't think it was going to turn into a bunch of thumbnails and titles on YouTube, but it was serious. I mean, it was obviously a joke, and it was definitely framed a little more maliciously in the video.
They didn't insinuate it as a joke in the video. They didn't show the war crime, definition of war crimes while it's being said. Which, can you talk a bit about, since you were friends with Jake Weddle, did he talk about it afterwards, or do you know, how it came to be that he had such a rough time in that challenge, in that isolation challenge?
Again, I didn't work on the video, so all I can do is I can kind of speculate. So I'll answer you by saying the process we normally go through when we cast. We usually find someone who we think is going to be good for a video, and we usually work with them leading up to the video, letting them know not exactly the challenges that we're going to be doing, but round about the level of difficulty that challenges are going to be.
Funny enough, that's exactly what Jake said too. They let me know what challenge I was getting into, yet he still decided to participate in this, knowing that the challenges could be could eventually get to the difficulty that they got to. Jake, hypocritical, snake, liar.
Then we kind of lay out the challenge, right? We'd never really had that issue up to that point, and we haven't ever had that issue since that point. We've done videos like the Trap Together video that had really, really similar aspects to the video Jake was in, and they had a positive experience after the fact. I mean, it was a tough challenge for them, but they released these videos after the fact. Now, that doesn't take away the way that Jake felt in that video, and I would never do that. I saw the guy; he was not doing so hot. And I don't know what happened in there specifically to make that happen. I know Jake. He's not lying when he said he had a bad time. Say I don't want to say that it was 100% Jake.
Yeah, but no one's not. But that's the thing, though. No one isn't saying he had an easy time. The challenge is gonna be hard regardless of what person you are, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You're spending a month in solitary confinement. You feel me? The problem is that he was making claims that they were committing war crimes against him, which were not substantiated at all. And the only proof we have of that is a picture. I wanted to keeping that in mind. The only picture we have that the challenge even happened in the first place is a picture. Is a literal one photograph, because there's apparently no evidence or no video backlogs of this happening. Yet in this video, Dawson, we can have a lot of different evidence to disprove all these claims you made, as well as real people that are giving, points that are going very much against everything that you're claiming. So this makes Jake Weddle's John even more worse. Because how can we believe anything that you said? And you worked at the company Jake Weddle worked at the company more and longer than Dawson actually did.
Yeah.
And his information, I'm not even about to, bro.
That challenge didn't turn out the way that it was supposed to turn out. Some people approach challenges just completely different, and that's the thing is, my brain tells me that if other people have gone through similar challenges and they've turned out okay, then maybe it's not the challenge. And I'm not the type of person that holds grudges, and I know I still work here now, and I know he's still making videos, and I know people, I have friends that are I can't believe you're still talking to Jake Weddle. And I'm
me even.
In 10 years, none of this is going to matter between him and I. And I'm sure we'll have a beer together. Because it's, in the grand scheme of things, my friendship with him is more important than anything anybody's going to say online.
I could agree with that, but then I could also argue that considering Jake Weddle, his actual start to his career, bro, let's freaking be honest, was all based off of this drama, though. So therefore, that's a topic that in 10 years might matter. Yeah, but the only reason he's got some views right now is because of all of this.
Yeah, he's a comedian. That's not funny.
He literally told us himself on his one video that he is a quote-unquote failed comedian, that his comedian career is not doing that well.
No.
The most success he's seen is when he was cheering again in the description of his video, talking about none of this was for cheese, but yeah, he's hype. His channel's monetized. Bro,
I know what he ran into as well. I know he ran into people that sent him hate. I know he ran into people that were sending him death threats. I know that he got doxxed. I know his phone number got leaked. And in that scenario,
death threats, doxing, and all that is don't do that. And I even say with Johnny Somali, don't do that, John, because bro, you don't want to start building these habits as a person where you're going after everybody maliciously. You're just looking at everybody from malicious intent. But at the same time, the criticism, no. When you post things on the internet, you are leaving yourself up to criticism. You are posting this on public platforms to where other people can give their opinions and conjectures on the video. And this is why I always see bulls, bro, they be really pissing me off. Every video I say, yo, if you guys want to give your own opinions and conjecture, because that's what I'm doing on this, it'll be down in the description below. To not only go look at the original creator of some of these videos, because they're very talented individuals that need more exposure, but because, bro, this is for people to give their opinions and conjecture on. When you see content, no matter what it is, you're gonna give some type of opinion. It's the same thing like when you see people in real life. They always say don't judge a book by its cover, but books got synopsises. I'ma see mom out in public. I may not know who she is psychologically on the inside, but I'm gonna give some type of variable judgment just from seeing her physically. And it's the same thing with these type of Jones, bro. But this is exactly why you need more context and to go read the book, read them books and John like that. It'll be the same thing with this, but in the case of Dawson, it failed. It failed badly, and even for Jake.
You know, as messed up as it sounds, like he couldn't really turn to any of his friends at Beast because he kind of just, you know,
it would be kind of a conflict.
Kind of just upset everyone at Beast. Yeah. So, I mean, like, who does he have to turn to? He has to turn towards Rosanna and DogPack and all the people that are making these videos about us. I mean, I think he found a family and he found a home. I don't fault the guy for sticking with that little group of people making videos. Like, it just makes sense.
So something I also want to ask you about is about LaQuia Hill, and there was some mismanagement from him towards his assistant. There are some allegations out there, but nothing concrete so far. And can you tell me a bit about what really went on with LaQuia Hill?
Yeah, so like just to kind of give you background on like when someone reports something to HR, which would have been me at the time because it was years ago. Whenever
At what time is that? Wait, because Kara's a hiring manager, but at that time she was HR.
Yeah.
So then when was Sue HR?
Probably in the beginning.
In the very
when
beginning.
Johnny was running the books, like in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then Delaware came because they needed 3 more from Best Buy in the electronics department because they was very technical savvy.
Yeah, that's... Yo, that joke is still so funny. He really hired these fools from Best Buy. Yo, that's hilarious. Okay, now that would make sense though. Okay.
Somebody reports it. I go, hey, okay, thank you. I appreciate it. We're going to make sure that we do everything we can to look into it. Then we always hire a third party company, either a lawyer or someone that's not here to prove one person right or wrong, but a true unbiased party. And so then everybody talks to him, the person, his assistant would have talked to them, LaQuia would have talked to them, and any person that they named as witnesses or potential proof of text messages, pictures, anything this company would have dealt with. And then they write a report and then they go, hey, here's what you should do. Right? And so that's what they do. And then internally what we do is okay, the assistant, what do you want to happen, right? If it's this, if it's that, obviously if it's found he's gone, that's not okay in any way.
And that's where I was kind of getting nervous for a sec. I was getting nervous for a sec because I was like, wait a minute, so did he actually do this, John, to his assistant or I was like, wait. I was like, wait, hold on.
If it's confirmed that there is something,
of course, we're not going to hang on to that, right? And so, and he was like, yeah, I don't necessarily want him to be fired, but I don't want to be around him. I don't want to see him. It's just
so really that John was real then. So that John was real then. So LaQuia is still a weird bull. I mean, fair. I mean, hey, listen. We not keeping the weird bulls around. Is LaQuia fired? We gonna see you later, big bro. You ain't nobody was trying to see your collection, big bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm not gonna hold you
for me, So we're okay, great. So I actually worked with him to come up with a list of jobs that he wanted, because again, if the person who he's assisting is not here, it's okay, well, now what's your job? So it was we came up with everything he was interested in, what he wanted to do and stuff like that, and move him into a different role. And we said, hey, you won't have to see LaQuia again. We're gonna move him completely out. It wasn't a secret. We moved him to a new company idea that we had. He was the only person in that company. He wasn't even on site. He wasn't working in the building. He wasn't anything like that. We just said, hey, we think this is a cool idea.
Okay, so y'all did give him repercussions, but this bull, like, bro, it was looking NSFW, bro. It was looking bad. You should have just fired him. Like, I totally understand. Like, you remedied the situation with the person who was going through, their harassment or whatever, which is good. But I would have still just like, yo, LaKoya, sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. We gonna have to do you like how you did DogPack. We gonna see you later. Nah, we can't go for this, bro.
But he was the one that told Dawson he had to go.
Yeah, now we got Jeremy. He gotta go.
Oh my God.
Yeah, now you gotta go. My bad, bro. My bad. You definitely not getting a second chance. Like, bro.
We'll figure it out. And so he went on his own to go figure that out. And then the assistant worked with us for a long time, and then when he wasn't here anymore, I think it was like almost a year after the assistant like had chosen to do whatever he wanted to do. Mm-hmm. Then we were like, okay, we'll bring LaKoya back to help, because at this point there's no conflict anymore. So that's really what it was. Like, it was we're gonna go hide LaKoya over here, and like, I mean, even now LaKoya doesn't work for us anymore.
Good. Most of the time he was there was consumed in trying to get an Apple Vision Pro.
Any weird stories circulating or whatever of something Dawson did at the company, or?
I heard that he told the chef that his food was trash.
I heard that story too, yeah. And then he denied it in a video afterwards, and
Soggy rode his high horse of investigative integrity, then took Chucky's word as a fact. I at least have integrity to call allegations. I never talked about Chucky. Mr.Beast has security cameras all the studios see. If they can find footage of me ever insulting the preps cooking, I'll donate $1K to a charity of their choice. Yo. You know what you should do? They need to bust out the security cams for Jake Weddle with the supposed war crimes that were committed against him. They need to bust out Studio C's cameras for that. I ain't gonna lie, bro. But whatever. If Mr.Beast made the claims that Soggy did like how I tried to steal from the company, my lawyer would be popping champagne and doing backflips. What lawyer? Bro, no one is representing you in court ever again in your entire life.
I talked about that, but
I'm not sure how much truth there is to that, but I mean, maybe we could call him and see, like, hey, this is Emily from Ideation.
Hey, Emily, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Cool. Well, I'm here with Soggy. I wanted to ask you, I have a question to ask you about Dawson, but I want to make sure you're comfortable being recorded first.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. So I heard a rumor circulating that Dawson told you that your food was trash. Can you?
Bro, they shot out, bro.
What?
They shot out for this. They shot out for this. Yo, they said your Michelin was bad. Facts. Yo, I shot out for this. Nah, this really doesn't matter, but this is hilarious.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, it was the first time I actually met him. It was kind of after his tour, of our studio and such, and he actually came over, tried some of the food that we had in the fridge, and then proceeded to tell me it tasted like shit, and that he wishes that we would cater more frequently.
Wow.
Which is fairly interesting, because I'm not sure if I had introduced myself or maybe he felt comfortable enough to tell me the food tasted like shit.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how it went, my first interaction with him. And then other than that, I really had no other interaction or wanting to have any other interaction with him after that.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I'm really sorry to hear that, but I disagree. I think your food is great.
Thank you so much.
Recently, there was this video that started getting some traction. One of the clinics
where flight with the blindness.
Where some of the eye surgeries were happening, and helping 1,000 people see for the first time. And they claimed that the Mr.Beast company hadn't paid for any of the surgeries yet. Can you talk a bit about that?
Essentially, when we did that video, we worked with a third party. And that third party worked with a bunch of different organizations all around the world, because we were trying to spread it as far as we could, multiple countries. Yeah. So we had one center third party that we were working with, and they kind of worked with all these. One of those organizations somewhere around the world didn't receive the compensation, which we only worked with the third party. We paid them for 1,800 surgeries.
Oh, 1,800, so not 1,000.
Yeah. We kept going after 1,000. We just worked with them. And we did more than 1,000, but the title of 1,000 sounds a lot better. So
it's the optics of understandable numbers. So if you basically don't understand that, it's like if you see a title, right, and it says you'll see it all the time with Mr. Beast, 1 versus 100, or like one versus 1,000,000, 1 versus yada yada, because these are the numbers most people can quantify and understand. Like when you think of 1,000,000, the first thing people think of is $1 million. Like let's keep it a buck. Like things and such like that. So when you think of 100, you can quantitatively think of 100 as an individual thing, because like it's a number everyone can perceive.
Right.
If you put 100 M&Ms in front of you can see that's 100. But it's like if I be like, all right, bro, we did 1,829 surgeries. You can see that number too, but it looks less aesthetically optic for this.
Right.
Like,
so
you
1,000.
can see 1,000 more than 1,800. You know what I mean? So I definitely understand that on a manipulation title. That's why like we don't do any context that I would have to put numbers unless we're pocket watching. But I be doing the same thing too. I'm gonna just keep it as that because that's just smart to do.
Says 1,000 and it looks good. We worked with that third party, and that third party, I don't know what communication error happened between them and the other organization, but some way or another that organization ended up not being funded properly.
Just admitted.
So yeah, now they
but
did get
paid.
The
third party.
But yeah, they didn't get paid.
They did. But they did.
But they got remedied though. Like they got paid eventually, but they didn't get paid on time, and that is a fault of Mr. Beast and the Mr. Beast company.
But the question is, why didn't they keep that amongst them? But I see why they brought it out in public so they could get paid.
It was because of C International. It wasn't because you got to think about it like this. It wasn't because the Mr. Beast and Mr. Beast company didn't want to pay them. It's because C International company went through thought that giving them supplies and stuff was the compensation for that specific nonprofit, and it wasn't. So therefore, like they didn't get paid, but they got remedied. It was just a miscommunication,
and that's why they took the video down and everything, which was good.
Yeah, it wasn't out of malice. It just generally was a miscommunication.
Okay. And then when it came across our desk that the missing loop happened, we just went around the third party we originally worked with to compensate them. Yeah. And they've put out a video since talking about it.
We're doing a video where we're trying to help people walking.
Yeah, I know about that. Yeah.
Actively, partners have pulled out because of these videos. There are people who will not walk or will have to delay in them walking because of the videos that DogPack made.
That was
unironically, like I was getting pitched ideas like Jimmy trying every drug in existence.
That was also like a serious idea that he had.
Yeah,
joke.
It again goes back to like the no, I'm joking. Because if I pitch you an idea of like Jimmy tries every drug and you're like that's sick, I'm like yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, but if I would go like, that's kind of weird.
I'd be like, whoa,
it's a joke.
Whoa, you're taking that weird. I was just putting that in as a joke. Like, that's crazy.
How in depth he went on like how viewer psychology works. So he obviously knows how like every part of a video can manipulate the viewer in some way or form. And you can see that both by that video he made to apply at the Mr. Beast channel, but also you can see that in the video.
That's the thing too. Like that's why Jones like Cocomelon does that, because like, bro, first of all, their audience is children, and second of all, like children are not gonna be able to see through this type of tactics. And that's why it really just depends on the genuality of the creator, bro. Like Heads is gonna farm you. And I'm not saying that like Mr. Beast can't be genuine in some aspects. That's why I always said no matter how much Heads want to hate on him, bro, he still did do these charity acts. Like these Jones happened, bro. See, now the blindness John, not saying that because again that was 1,000. I think Mission Flight or Mission Reflight, whatever their names are, my bad. They personally had 62 out of the 1,000 surgeries. So it's not like Mr. Beast didn't do this John at all. That was a whole nother thing that needed to be clarified. Or they did 1,800. So technically they did 1,700 more than just those 62. But that's even besides the point itself. It's like, yeah, he still did these characteristic acts. Like them Jones was still good action. Just because like there's negative John doesn't mean that them Jones are completely cut out, because I could understand if your negative actions completely outshadow it, then yeah. But that's not even what it was for real. And then now that we're on this video, bro, Mr. Beast, honestly, Papa Gut, shout out Papa Gut, he said it best, bro. Mr. Beast looking like a saint after this jump, bro. He's looking like the hero of the story. Like his revitalization about to go crazy. I'm gonna keep it a buck, because most heads in the general media gonna see this video. Oh, Mr. Beast got debunked. They're not gonna really think about some of the other stuff he did that he's still liable for.
Right.
He's gonna be like, yo, Mr. Beast redeemed. So yes, in terms of all that, bro, DogPack, you done definitely not cooked. You made yourself legitimately look and be the villain. That is tough. Like
videos he made, the Mr. Beast, the fraud videos and stuff. He accuses the Mr. Beast company of really trying to psychologically target children and like manipulate children. Is there any truth to that in the ideation team? And like,
the loading
did he try to bring his like skills of viewer psychology into ideation? Did he try to do
that? Yes to that. Yes to trying to bring the skills of viewer psychology into ideation, and also trying to like bleed it over to creative.
Yeah.
So that way we could figure out like, okay, well, you know, psychologically a near miss is going to be the craziest thing that we could do here. We should do that, which he has on his like Miro boards, where it's like the exact things that he calls Jimmy out for. If he was here for longer than a month, he would know that we were actively working at aging up our content, because that was something that we were like very cognizant of, is, hey, we should make our content something that is appealing and enjoyable to like people who are older. Like, who are the people that aren't watching our videos? Probably 30 to 40 to 50 to even 60-year-olds. How do we make our videos enjoyable for those guys? So we're hitting a general audience. Now you could argue, yeah, a general audience. I mean, we need to make a video that like a 10-year-old and a 90-year-old can understand, which is the same for the challenges that we have to do in videos like that anyways. When we do a video like ages 1 to 100, fight for blah, 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 we have to make a challenge so simple to understand and easy to process that a literal 1-year-old and a 99 to 100-year-old can understand. Like, we need to keep that in mind. That's just generalizing.
Is Mr.Beast evil?
I went all the way from America and back, and all I gotta show for it is this ugly plushie and this fart gun from Minions. And the interviews I held, by the way, which did clarify a lot. I think I personally finally realized how big of a company and how many people actually work at Mr.Beast. It's not like a small 10 people.
It's full corpo now. And like, that's always going to be an aspect that I kind of like won't like, because it's like, yeah, you lost the genuinity of like having that connection with a YouTuber. And like, you know how the parasociality argument, you know how we be feeling about that, John. But yeah, but at the same time, the level of content he could put out, it's like, it's outweighing that. It's like, yeah, you're losing a personal connection, but at the same time, yo, this content is looking crazy. We doing crazy jobs. But then again, whether you still watch Mr.Beast or not, it's completely up to you.
Thing as it was a few years ago. And I'm glad that the interviews clarified Jake Weddle's experience and didn't end up invalidating his personal perspective, but did add some context that it might have not been the challenge that was terrible, but he himself wasn't mentally in the best state in life at that point. But there's one more.
I will be licking people's phones for the next few weeks so that I can get
thing I have to clarify for everyone, and that is the illegal lottery number 1, which on my flight back I finally found some proof that the first illegal lottery was in fact illegal. There was no purchase necessary in the description, no mention of it at all. Yeah, it was illegal. And personally, Jimmy has to own up for it. Either by donating the amount of profit he made in that live stream to a charity, or by refunding everyone who bought a shirt in that stream, but that's like so many years ago, so I don't know if that's a possibility. Or do a giveaway live stream where everything is given away for free, with no merch sales attached.
Do you think this would go beyond, like, if this was at least 5 years ago, do you think this would be beyond statute of limitations?
Yeah, like, that's...
I do also want to note that most YouTubers, including me, didn't know that you could do something like an illegal lottery. So since only the first one was illegal, I feel like it might have been a mistake. I don't know. I can't say that for sure. Just as the question if Mr.Beast is evil isn't for me to say, but that is again for you, the viewer, to decide. Because there is some shit that he should be criticized for and has to be looked into. I know CoffeeZilla is doing an
Delaware still has to be criticized, because no matter what age you are, hiring a sex offender in any case is bad. If the first illegal lottery is real, like, and actually is illegal, then yeah, probably. If he could refund everybody, I mean, probably, but it might be beyond statute of limitations. Or just do a giveaway,
yeah, but it's just like, I think that one's over.
But yeah, like,
too long ago.
Again, you have to take some form of personal accountability. You bought a shirt, this could have happened to you, so like, next. Like, you know what I'm saying? What was the other one I was talking about? No.
I say the one about LaCoy. Switching him to another position.
LaCoya was another one, but that's not the one I was thinking about. LaCoya is another one. They should have just been guilty. You just outright got rid of fired. They should have never put him over here and they should have just outright fired him, because any sexual misconduct in a workplace, you're done, bro. You out of here, bro. Diddlers on the workforce, not going for that. He definitely need to sit and think about, like, yeah, we never hiring anybody like Jake Weddle to go on the video ever again. That for sure. definitely ain't taking no chances with no dog pack type of individuals. Yeah, like there still is many other things that Mr. Beast has to take accountability for.
Investigation into his crypto stuff, and once that releases, I hope that clarifies some things, because those are some serious allegations. And that wasn't of like stupid adolescent Jimmy, 19 years old, and hiring someone without doing background checks. That was like 3 years ago, way more recent, that he should be held accountable for if he did commit crimes with crypto. So yeah, go check CoffeeZilla's video on that once it releases. I couldn't really investigate the crypto stuff because I don't know shit about crypto, and I didn't want to be hypocritical like DogPack and talk about shit I don't know anything about. Because that's basically what Dawson has been doing for the past few months. I feel like Jimmy has to become way more transparent because that is how he got in all this trouble in the first place. They really have to start a Mr.Beast behind the scenes channel to upload behind the scenes footage there, and stop with
the
deceptive
That'll probably
shit.
be a good idea.
I would watch that.
I like that.
Don't make the yellow bar go real fast at the start.
Yeah, this is the loading bar thing I was talking about earlier. Basically, they do this thing in their ads where like they'll do a loading bar. So they're like, alright, this ad's going pretty fast. Like, I'm gonna just keep watching through the ad or whatever. And then as the bar gets like 5% done, it's going at like a literal snail's pace. Like it's not moving. And then the ad ends, and then you watch the whole ad. Thus, you watch this ad, so maybe you're more inclined to buy the product it's actually promoting, and you stayed on the video still, because the video's like the ad is in the actual video. It's not like a mid-roll, you know, where you gotta click off. So yeah, that's pretty bad. This is, I'll give it to you, but this is not just children are manipulated. This is just everybody. But at this point, bro, I'm skipping all the ad. As a YouTuber ourselves, like I already know when an ad is coming or the type of dialogue and scripts they be using. I be auto skipping them, Jones, bro. Like,
believe that, you know, oh, this advertisement isn't gonna take long, I won't skip over it. But then at the end of it, make the visual timer suddenly run way slower. Like, bro, that's not just deceptive. I think that's pretty disrespectful towards your audience. And I know that there are still questions that you guys probably have with stuff that I just couldn't address because there is so much, but I can forward you to some other people who have talked about stuff that I might have forgotten in this video. You know, if you want to know some more about Beast Games and the Beast Games lawsuit, definitely check out Stucky's channel. He did a great deep dive on that, and I made many other videos on the whole DogPack Mr. Beast situation. And again, once CoffeeZilla's investigation on the crypto stuff is out there, I highly recommend you to go watch that, because that'll clarify a lot of stuff that I don't know anything about. Because I trust those investigative creators 10,000 times more than I do Dawson. Instead of having competent people investigate serious accusations, he's just been throwing baseless shit at the wall and hoping some stuff sticks with the audience. He is incompetent, petty, a liar, deceptive, and after all this, I just know that he is a disgruntled employee. I've been investigating this for like the past 3 months, and I really hope that I was able to answer some questions you guys had before watching this video. Also, Jimmy, stop the collabs with Logan Paul. If you want to see some more,
please God, make him stop. Our cheese is not supposed to be moldy, bruh.
Or drippy, bro.
My interviews or some extra additional context that I have but wasn't able to put in this video, let me know in the comments below. I might talk about it on my socials, so make sure to check those out in the description, as well as maybe post some stuff on my second channel, so make sure to check that out as well. Thank you everyone for watching. Thanks for joining my cereal bowl so I can absorb all of your fibers and nutrients, and I hope that the Mr. Beast drama is finally over now, because at this point, I'm sick and tired of it.
Facts. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out Soggy Cereal. That was the truth about Mr. Beast in DogPack404, and what I learned from this, we all have our own personal biases. That's what I learned from this for sure. And then one thing I do want to clarify is that this is from Soggy Cereal's perspective. Yes, he got way more factual, proof evidence, physical evidence against, like, with the claims that he's making against, like, DogPack to refute them, Johns. He had way more evidence than DogPack had himself to frame Mr. Beast, or not frame Mr. Beast, or to accuse Mr. Beast. But at the same time, this is still just from him, so, like, the actual facts we won't really get to know until, like, it straight just comes from Mr. Beast himself. We just really won't know. But when that time comes, which maybe soon because his interview, again, is out, we will see then. But as far as this video goes, I believe that Soggy Cereal made some excellent points, refuted a lot of good points, and really cleared up a lot of things, especially in this Mr. Beast DogPack drama. Especially in terms of, like, you know, really seeing, like, who who was really telling the truth and who wasn't, bro? I ain't gonna lie. And does this make Mr. Beast a saint? Like I was saying, no, he's not actually a saint. There's still a lot of things that he needs to take accountability for and apologize himself and still drop his own response from his own perspective with these things. But for the most part, I feel like a lot of things were cleared up, so it's good. Anything for you, man?
Nope, I said everything throughout the video, so.
Facts. All right. And screen it up there, boy. But y'all make sure to go link to this Soggy Cereal's video will be down in the description below to get your own piece of get you already know. Go like and subscribe to Soggy Cereal, gang. But yo, if you like this video, make sure to like it up, hit it with a thumbs up, because you know me and Mom very much appreciate that. Yes. Also, 4K up. 4K down, baby.
4K is on the way. 4K is on the way.
Turn on the post notification bell so every time Mom Trill posting a video on this page, that boy be fresh up in your feed. I ain't gonna lie, and I'm watching to see if you watching the vids. Other than that, we gonna catch on with Catch the Next Bozo, and I'm with Soggy Cereal. I hope this Mr. Beast drama is done. It probably won't be, but we gonna catch y'all still. Peace.